Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you, where you are. Happy Catterday. Kitty, are you here to celebrate? Are you here to claim ascendancy? Yeah. Hi. Here to headbutt my elbow. Hello, how you guys doing? New intro, yeah. What's up with the countdown? It was nothing much. It was just a. It's fine. It's fine. Yes, Queen. Hi, Kira. Happy Catterday. Hazel and Kira. Hello. Happy Saturday. Do I have game sound? I don't. Let's turn that on. Anthus, you need. Oh no, that's the credits. That's not what I meant to do. Anthus, you need your music, your theme music. Maybe some ambient sounds. Why not? Yeah, something like that. There we go. Would you say you have a favorite amongst your weeks so far? Maybe. What if it's one you haven't seen yet? I, today, have big plans of consuming coffee, talking to you guys. Checking on this, actually. Anthus is in a stage at his Class Order Hall campaign. I've been, chipping through the Legion Paladin Class Order Hall campaign to work on mounts. I don't have a lot of class mounts, so Paladin's one of the ones I'm working on. And he hit another point where he needs more mission table stuff, but also 10 world quests, so maybe I might do some world quests on him. I've fallen off of doing digs every hour. Mainly because I bought the candlestick, and then I thought, yeah, that's good. I do want the rest of it, but I think I'm happy to get it in a much slower frame of time by just doing the weekly for the next year odd amount of time. Yeah, looks like this will get most likely another 8 of those, and actually that would finish it, so maybe I should go do some world quests, so whenever that mission comes in another 2 hours or whatever, I might be able to progress further. I have paladin mounts that are necessary. I never know how to leave this place. I suppose I could always panic and I could use the dollar and Hearthstone. Oh no, they put it on my map. Have they? No, that's the mission table. In-game, very loud, very loud. Okay, I turned down. Turn down for you, turn up for me, maybe? Turn down for you, turn up for me, because it's not too loud on my end. Digs are boring, feels like Soup had more tasks. I kind of like the dig tasks a little better than the Soup tasks, personally. Just because they don't make me run as far, and they don't usually make me try and figure out who an NPC I've never heard of before is, so that I can buy some, fish skin from them. I'm not against the fish skin. Kitty, careful, that's coffee. I'm not against the fish skin, but I often just couldn't find the vendors, or I couldn't remember which ones they were and where they were, and why they were behind a giant pile of whale bones. Whereas I feel like sometimes the dig tasks are tricky or just inconsistent. They'll ask you to pick plants, but there won't be enough plants for you to do. But I feel like mostly, well, this is peculiar. I feel like generally they don't make me do anything too difficult. Envy, thank you very much for the 9-month resub. Appreciate it. In-game sound is disproportionately quiet. I see. Kitty expletive deleted, we are honored. I tried to approve the message. I thought that one was fine. I think I need to enable world quests, actually. I think I need to go to talk to Khadgar and find the right quest to accept that will turn world quests on, because Anthus has 10 world quests he needs to do, and he doesn't see any of them. Uniting the Isles, that sounds promising, yeah. Oh, look, a flight whistle. What a concept. Okay, now do we have some world quests? Yeah. So if you had 10 world quests to do you just kind of head off in a direction and hope for the best, and then if anything looks like it sucks too bad, you stop doing it? I think that's what you do. That sounds pretty good to me. Caddy219, thanks very much for the 31-month resub. Holy moly. Thanks for getting me my Skullfire, Hazel. Betcha. What are you excited about? The new X-Back? I want the warband features. The rest of it, it's probably cool, but it's hard to get excited about it before we've seen much of it. But the making more things account-wide is pretty universally a good thing to me. It's gonna do me a lot of good with all my ults. Look for the ones that require me to kill one elite. Yeah. There's at least Do I not have World Quest list for... I guess I have World Quest list, but I don't know if it applies to Legion. Let's just kind of... Yeah, we'll do a couple wanted quests. We'll do a little lap. I should be dragon riding is what I should be doing. There's really no call for me to be blanching down here. Oops. Happy Catcher Day. How is game sound now? Is it better? We improving? Blanchy is pretty. Blanchy is gorgeous. Blanchy also just goes with Anthus, you know. Blanchy fits. Blanchy is his mount. And his predator. It is better. Okay. I think Blanchy is one of my favorite mounts. Never got around to getting that in Shadowlands. Gave up trying to get that, maybe someday. You can still do it for sure. I don't think it's not like a long... It wasn't too bad, honestly, compared to many mounts that one could get. So let's put a dragon riding mount on here. This is why we've procrastinated this long on doing Legion class Order Hall campaigns, is now when they want me to run all over the Broken Isles, I can dragon ride there. Fancy that. Oh, I haven't done Legion world quests in a million billion years. Since... When was a million billion years ago? Since there was the little wiggly things in the ocean and not much else. Wonder if it will be dragon riding in 11.0. Oh, the Blanche? That would be something. Hey, look, we did it. Who else? Who else wants some? Captain Voloren. Maybe the hate coil. It might be fine. I mean, I get 48 gold if I fill the hate coil bar. That's, you know, it's 48 gold and we can get to keep. We get to one-shot all of this. There we go. 8%, 16%. What else do we got? Who else wants some? Getting a bit drunk on my own power here. Camera zoomed in very far while dragon riding. I see. Finishing a lot of Shadowlands things lately. Didn't realize how close I was to being done with some of the collecting. Oh, nice! That's always a nice surprise. It's the opposite of what I usually find. What else do I want to do today after this? Because I'm assuming I'm going to hit a point where I'm time gate locked. Maybe not. Maybe this is just like my day. Maybe I'm having a class Order Hall mount day. I could always work on a different class's Order Hall mount. There's certainly always shuffle. I feel like I've really been keeping kind of sort of on top of most of the things that I wanted to do. Oh, I had some notions. Maybe I should before 10. Within the next 45 minutes. I had some notions about taking my priest, doing the Eon's Fringe daily for a hopefully free encapsulated destiny. The daily doesn't seem to offer it every single day, but hopefully I can get a bonus one of those. And then doing a time rift, because I want to keep finishing up time rift objectives. And I think I will have an easier time of that. Oh, did I not finish that world quest? What do you mean? Well, what do you mean 0%? Hang on a second. I don't believe it. Captain Voloren wants them first, he told me. He wrote me a very threatening email. Is he downstairs? He is. He's right here. There's one. Okay, there we go. Now we're at 3. I was a little worried. Fizzle Blast, thank you for the 3-month resub. Proper drunk man confidence. Freshly boosted Havoc DH, 434. Could have easily solo. By now, could easily solo Necrotic Awaken or try to my 450-ish plate alts to see if I have 5 tries a week for it. Nice. Fizzle Blast with a 3-month resub. Thank you very much. One Up Friendly coming in at 44 months. Holy moly, appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this will actually take as long as I thought it would. I forgot that World Quest used to be nice. I forgot that World Quest used to be easy and straightforward and not a lot of fuss. I miss this model of World Quest. The Legion BFA model was great. And I miss it. Very close to that next week. Indeed, indeed. That's a bar, it's almost full. It's one of those slightly misleading bars though, because the bar is for a fairly big number, so you know, if the thing said 1 of 22, then it would be empty. I might need more coffee before I'm qualified to have conversations. I miss the single rare world quest. Yeah, me too. They were so beautiful, especially in BFA. For some reason, the BFA ones, you know, it was just like this person's abusing the Azurite, and it's like, you say no more. I'm on it. I'm on the job. Current wig is gorgeous. I would love a wig like that. Oh, shucks. Wounds. I will say that while not free, none of the wigs that I've worn so far have been terribly expensive. I think the most expensive one, which might have been this one, was somewhere in the range of like 60 Canadian dollars. So we're not talking hundreds and hundreds. We're also not talking like 5, so it's, you know, it's a spectrum and everybody's different. But they're not high-end wigs, I should say. Did you say free Prime subs? Oh my goodness, I thought I heard something in the wind. Water Goddess, thanks for the 32-month resub. No, none of them are extremely expensive. I'm, contrary to something nobody said, I'm not actually, like, fabulously wealthy. Otherwise I would be living in, like a house. The Unrevealed 2 are both in the same general price category as this one. Yeah, we're rolling in wigs. Listen, the house has a walk-in closet, and the walk-in closet has a whole shelf, and that one is just wigs. Expensive wigs. I mean, honestly, I've kind of been enjoying the mid-range ones. I don't know if I want the expensive ones. I think that a lot of the things that the expensive ones offer you might be things that are more valuable to somebody that is wearing the wig all day and like wearing it to work and to dinner and outside and like around. You know, they might want, I think that there's probably more durability maybe, and maybe a little bit more realisticness, but I don't really mind if it looks like a wig because it's being very clear, it's totally a wig. And I don't need it to, like, I can kind of baby them because I'm only wearing them on stream, so I don't know if those extra benefits are that valuable to me. Ooh. Yeah, so that's how I used to get on. Oh, you can still get 30 honor points. Wow. Look at that. Let's go get Skullvrax. Hisoki, thank you very much. Holy moly, Prime sub. Suzuki with a brand new sub. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Frag Haggis with a fantastic name. Brand new sub. The Hype Train. Holy smokes. Thanks, guys. The Valkyrie coming in at 9-month resub. Appreciate the Valkyrie. Fading Rainbows with a 3-month resub. And the Hype Train's going. I guess the question is, if we do hit that goal midstream, do I go take a break and like actually switch to the new wig? I feel like I should. I feel like if we do hit the goal, then I will take a minute and go trade it out. Not make you guys wait until the next available stream, especially if it was to somehow happen on a Sunday. Couldn't possibly make you wait 2 days. What kind of delayed gratification is that? We're on the internet. We get things now. Shelf of styro heads with wigs. It'd be frightening. Are you Skullvrax? No. Oh, but you might summon Skullvrax for me. I remember this one because she's been eaten by the tiger, and we resuscitate her, and she says, "Oh no, a tiger," or something to that effect. If she didn't say that, she should have. It's very to the point. So what are you guys working on in WoW lately? I've been chipping through my goals, but I still feel like I'm floating a few too many goals. I want like a big, deep project that I can just throw myself into for a week or two. And, but I kind of want to like wrap up some of these like miscellaneous loose ends before I do that. Also, I have a bad feeling that big, deep project could just be Solo Shuffle, and nobody wants to watch that. That damn Porcupet battle pet. Still farming Dragon's Soul. As long as it's not a wall of actual replacement heads. A la Return to Oz. Are we saying Return to Oz is in like the Wizard of Oz? Like a... I feel like I've missed something important. Doing the Whirlwind of RL. Barely logged into WoW. Hoping to do some keys this evening. Oh, that should be fun. I see sacks of pet supplies in my sleep. Oh man, Brett. Do I want to cleanse the Nightmare? I don't know. Oh yeah, there's pet battles. I forgot about them. We're sitting at 5 of 10, so we can afford to be a little bit picky here. Oh, I remember Flummox. 14 pet charms is like a decent amount. Although for what? Oh, pet puzzles. I forgot about puzzles. I want to go do a puzzle. Maybe. I might want to go do a puzzle. I might change my mind dramatically. I feel like you're doing the farms already. I think I just expected doing 17 freehold runs a week to take me longer than like 2 hours. It's like really fast. You could, it's just one of those farms. Most farms are not that fast. Most mount runs in instances are going to take you a lot longer than that, and you are not going to be in danger of hitting instance cap. But that one in particular is just real quick, and then I kind of do it, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm done. The sequel to the first Wizard of Oz traumatized many kids in the old days. Did they make it a film, or are we talking about a book? I feel like I read one of the Oz books once upon a time, and I feel like it confused me a lot. Do I remember what was going on with these things? Oh, yeah! Okay, so it was up 4, over 2, back 2. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over 2, and then you make the 2x2 square. I remember these. Oh, but then you have to do it again. Okay. How do we feel about this particular world quest? One. Oh, I went too far. Rats. Do I have to do all 3 again? I hope not. I might. Oh man, I think I've lost it. I've totally lost it. I was doing so well. PTSD just watching it, stressful. 3 times in a row, and if not, you have to, I think you have to start completely fresh. Just get a week, or, yeah. Alright, give me a second. I'm not looking at chat for a minute. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1? 1, 2, 1. Oh, okay, no, they just made me do it one more time. Okay, thank goodness. I thought they were going to make me do another 3 in a row. Okay, that reminds me that I never want to do that again. That's good to know. Sometimes you forget things like that. Anything in High Mountain that we want to do? There's Slumber way up there. Yeah, sure. Let's. I mean, I feel like I should take a flight path or something. There's a lot of elevation there. I hate character world quests. Where are you getting your wigs from? This one is from the Extension Room Canada. It's a Canadian wig and hair extensions shop. As is the green one. The pink one was just Amazon. And then there's 2 more that you haven't seen that are from Lush Wigs UK. Only need 10 more dailies for that dailies for that 10,000 dailies achievement. So that's my new goal. Nice. Do you like the world quest better where you had to walk a line very precisely? I did, but I also cheated at those. I used the calligraphy helper from the world quest list, which gave you like a little overlay that showed you what the pattern was. With that tool, those were relaxing and zen. Without the tool, they were awful. awful. Oh, so that's a world boss. Oh, I see. Why are you in High Mountain? I'm here doing stuff for my Legion. I'm doing world quests for my Legion Paladin Class Order Hall campaign. Those were disgusting. Calligraphy was based. Okay, I'm going to show my age a little bit here. What do people mean when they say based? Are we talking about an opposite? It can't possibly be... If somebody is based, is somebody else acidic? What are we saying? What does it mean? Does it mean that they're very grounded? They go to base camp, but they don't climb the mountain. It's good. Why is it good? Why does it mean that? It means legitimate, okay. Why? Don't worry, I don't know either. It just is. Okay, cool. Good talk. Based in good and solid fact. Okay, I prefer the alkaline meaning. Because of the Riz. Don't get me started on a Riz. I'm glad you asked because I had no idea what it meant either. I already explained it. Listen, kiddo. One day you might need to hear explanations 5 or 6 times too. About to be 41, I don't know what any of these slang words are. Hate all these new terms kids come up with. Yeah. It wasn't so long ago we were coming up with stuff. Only found out what Riz was the other day. I'm officially old. Riz just makes me think of like an animated rat. Was there Rizzo? Was that a Sesame Street character? I'm thinking of Grover. Who am I thinking of? He was like a rat. He was a Muppet. Riz Muppet. Let me think. Yeah, Rizzo the rat. That's what Riz makes me think of. Now, Rizzo the rat may or may not have Riz. I am unqualified to make that assessment. Rizzo was also in Greece. That was a very different situation there. That's true. That's a good point. Nobody knows. You can Google it. You can find 20 different explanations, and they all sound plausible. Language is just weird sometimes. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I had the meaning of that one right. I mean, I also wanted to know why, because I always do, but I'd hate to start using it and then to be calling something based just because I don't think it's particularly acidic. Also a character in Midnight Cowboy. How do you do, fellow kids? Oh my goodness. I saw... Okay, so ever since this year, when I've been in my wig era, once in a while, someone would say, "When will you wear wigs?" And I, like, didn't understand. I thought they were doing, like, the Count again from Sesame Street, because that's where all my references are from. And I was, like, lost on YouTube, and I found the clip, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I was gonna set up a, oh, we should do a lay race. That's a good idea. I was going to set up a chat command that just linked that, but I didn't want to confuse anybody because in the clip, the answer to the questions of, do you wear wigs is no, and I don't want anyone thinking, I very much do wear wigs, but it's like, well, will you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs? It's worth Googling if you have not seen it. It's, I guess, an extra from the Lord of the Rings filming where one of the actors is prank interviewing Elijah Woods. And it was extremely funny. So I have fond memories of lay race. Those may or may not be about to be dashed on the cobblestones here. As far as I remember, you just steered, right? I'm so glad you finally saw the big flip. Yeah, I just thought you guys were being strange. I did not understand that there was a reference. Or I thought if it was a reference, that it was most likely like some kind of a Bill Hader SNL thing. Because let's be honest, it sounds like the kind of thing you would say. If I was to get realistically to 45 due to the Order Hall campaigns, what level would I get to? If I was to realistically get to 45... Oh, with the Order Hall campaigns. Great question. No idea. I could invent an answer and it would not be based. It would be based in nothing. Listening to the Riz discourse in the background while I run keys, incredibly entertaining. Oh boy. Order Hall quest stop giving scaled XP after 45 for some reason. Oh, weird. So I need to do them if I'm... Also, don't mind me being lost. If I want to do these on alt, like if I wanted to like level my monk... Oh no, I already have monk Order Hall. But if I wanted to, you know, level a character and multitask it with getting the Legion class Order Hall campaign done, I would need to do it from the get-go? Question mark? Okay, I kind of thought that the road was going to go this... Oh, it is going this way. I found it! Ha 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 ha. I like this area. I heard someone say they wanted to see dragon races out here, and I think that would be really good. I think dragon races would look amazing in Stormheim. Legion World Quest. I know, right? Like, what a blast from... How many years ago? I want to say 5, but it's probably more than 5 by now. Legion has some based sense. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get it. Don't want to know. 17 years. I think I'm just trying to invent my lay race route, and it's not going very well. I concede to criticism. Lay races are indeed a little unintuitive. Okay, what else can I do instead? We need 3 more world quests. Who's got individual bosses for me? There's a few things I could do up there. Is there another one on the way? There's another Enigma, but we've decided that we don't mess with those. This should be pretty reasonable, actually. The Cursed Captives. Plus, you know, 41 gold I get to keep. Hope they go back to continents that have races. Super sad they didn't make one of the Blackrock Mountains. You could use the racing toy that we got for Wintervale this year and make your own. Remember that thing? Toy box. Dragon. What is it called? Oh, also, I gotta show you guys my new toy. Okay, I don't remember. But you can make a dragon race. There's a toy that we got for Wintervale. If you looted your Wintervale presents, that lets you make a dragon race. If I'm gonna be city living a WoW, Surmar would be the one. Just ordered KFC. First thing I did after getting the toy. Nice. What else? Oh yeah, so I was gonna, I mean, this isn't the right zone to show it in, but I was looking through my bags, cleaning them up, and I was looking at all of those, like, frosty air and the fire and stuff that those engineering Zap Throttle Soul Inhaler items that I got while I was farming the engineering Zap Throttle Soul Inhaler pets. And, oh hey, there's a rail. Rest in pieces. And mousing over it, one of my add-ons, potentially all the things, was telling me, oh hey, you haven't collected this toy that this is a thing for, or like, you need these shoes that require like a frosty air or whatever. So I took some gold and I went to the work order, the Artisans Consortium work order thing, and I like I work ordered a couple of things that used those. I got myself a pair of boots and a helmet with like old-fashioned sparks just for the transmog on my priest for cloth, and then I got a centralized precipitation emitter that at some point when I get out of a zone that already has weather, because I don't think it's going to show too well here. But I want to show it because I thought it was kind of cool. Junior Timekeeper's Racing Belt. Thank you. Does the sub counter not count resubs? The sub counter is counting total subs. The sub counter is counting total subs. So if you had a resub, that I don't think that would push the number up unless that sub had lapsed previously. I did get the Soul Inhaler pets. I ground every single one of them the old-fashioned way. We didn't have to buy any of them. We brute forced the last one. I had a bunch of characters with Soul Inhalers and I was just kind of rotating through them so that I could keep like a continuous farm going but still have the cooldown. That's 9 world quests. Cozy watching stream, got the fright of my life. Someone doing fireworks a few doors down, no idea what the occasion is. That's always the worst. I feel like when it's like Halloween or New Year's or, you know, some kind of a sports game. Maybe it was a sports game, I don't know. You kind of expect it, but even though I've never lived in an area that had gun violence in like my neighborhood, my first thought anytime I hear like an unaccounted for firework is always like, well, someone's been shot. And then I go home every time. It's never been true in the sheltered and privileged places that I have lived. It's never once been true. I want to know why the fireworks are there, you know? That's why it's so terrifying for a second. Yeah. Oh man. Maybe yeah, maybe it's sports related. Some cities really kick up whenever something's going on. What are we working on, Anthus? Anthus wants his class order hall mount. So Anthus is currently doing world quests because he has a Defenders of the World thing. After this, he's gonna have to wait for his mission that he sent out to come in. I'm hoping that this will be the last stage of the campaign that requires time-gated mission table progress. Because we did one batch already, and now we're doing a second batch that we're almost done with. That sounds like it should be enough. I've decided it's enough. We'll just have to see. Heyo. Heyo, DVK Joe. How you doing? Used to live north of LA. Almost always fireworks, but on occasion could tell the bang was different. Glad to not be there anymore. Couple more of these. Oh, he got transmog. I've never learned this. It's a green that I've never learned. How is that? How could it be? Fireworks are illegal here, so it's very weird when people set them off during the rest of the year. I've lived in some places where the fireworks were technically illegal, but people just didn't care. it must not have been very enforced because, like, even if you couldn't legally buy the fireworks in the state, people would just drive across the state line, or I don't know. There was a lot of ways of getting around fireworks regulations. They didn't seem highly enforced in places that I lived. I'm fine, because it's Catterday. Happy Catterday. I've always been lucky that my pets have never particularly minded fireworks, which is nice. They all tend to just kind of go, well, that's a weird noise. Going back to bed. Snooze. Alright, so he's going back to Legion Dalaran. That was a nice little... oh, I got 133 gold for that one. That was a nice little trip down memory lane. I just drive to Poland here and then cry when the firework takes 4 of their fingers with it. Yeah, you gotta be careful with explosives. Oh, Moose isn't too bothered by them. He hasn't been. New Year's came and went, and there were fireworks going off, and he didn't seem particularly concerned. We also get lots of sirens here, too, because we're in the city, and he mostly just kind of goes, oh, well, that's a weird noise. He once saw another dog howling at a siren, and he was looking at that dog being like, something about this is important, but he, like, couldn't figure out what to do, which is probably good. Given that we live in a city, etc. But it was pretty funny. He was just staring at the howling dog like his life depended on it. Like, there's something that I'm supposed to be doing. What is your FPS? Honestly, probably 30 if I had to guess. Let me see. Control F. Oh no, I'm at 60. Wow, look at that. I must have turned VSync off. 60. Charity fireworks show for kids, mystery self. There you go. Here for all of the purple. Hello. I am capable of supplying a fair amount of purple. It's a good color. Gets the job done. Alright, so this one we're waiting on. This one turns in... Not to you. Not to you. Bit strange. I wonder if the NPC is not where it says that they're meant to be. Because Defenders of the World is supposed to turn in over here? I guess it doesn't matter much. Later me problem. How long do I have left on this? I have 1 mission in progress, 30 minutes. So if I come back at about like 10 minutes after 10, we can see if I'm ready to move on. Looks way more than 60. It's for sure capped at 60. The stream output is also capped at 60. I'm going to... Oh yeah, I remember what I wanted to do. I remember. I wanted to do the Aeon's Fringe daily, and then maybe be ready for a another time rift. And this looks so good. Can I marry him? Oh, yes. Yes, you can. My dog lived in LA. Sirens were unimportant, and after moving to rural Colorado, they turned him into a howler. It was incredibly cute. And then he taught the neighbor dog to howl. Wishes he had hair to color. All right, you want to hear a secret? I don't have much hair either. It's not real. You too could look like this with like $60 and a wig cap. Where am I going? I was going to Aeon's Fringe. That's right. I need to get a link that puts that Venville Vervig clip in chat, just because I need other people to feel the same joy that I felt last night at like 11 o'clock at night. Happy Saturday, Hazel. Happy Saturday. Do you need a wig cap if you have no hair? It's not... the benefit of the wig cap if you have no hair, or if you have very short hair, is that it's a barrier between your head and the wig, so that it's going to keep your scalp oils... it's going to keep the wig protected from your scalp oils, basically. And it can also help keep the wig in place if you don't want to use a wig tape or wig grip. Is the rationale that I came up with. This what happened yesterday at 11 at night. Oh, I watched a YouTube video. Thrilling story, I know. It was the Venville Vervigs clip. Saw a video this morning about flight stones. If you don't do mythics, is there any other place to spend Flightstones when capped? Not that I know of. That's the only thing that I know of that you can do with them extra. Once you're capped. That's not like for yourself. Like you know, use Flightstones to make sparks and use Flightstones to, you know, upgrade your gear. 1K Mythic Plus rating is, it's not free, but it is not, wildly inaccessible. Where am I going? I was going to Eon's Fringe. That's right. Did you ever watch the dog do the speedrun? I did not watch the dog to do the speedrun. Ask Trixie Mattel to get her wigs. I think Trixie has much stronger neck muscles than I do, and also probably just a more resilient personality, because I'm pretty sure that if I tried to get into actual drag, I would cry and then scrape it off and go back to bed. I don't think it would do well on me. I love her a lot, but she's wearing like multiple wigs. That is work. That is heavy. You trade metal for knowledge at the... There's an NPC involved Drac, and I put the marker on the map in the video. There's like a screenshot, unless I missed it, but there should be a screenshot that shows where they are. It's by the work order place, but it's kind of on the near side if you're coming at it from the alchemy trainer. It's not the actual Artisans Consortium NPC. It's like a aspiring crafter that you then train with your knowledge, and they give you metal for it. Eon's Fringe dailies? Any dailies for me? What would you have me do? Yes, precisely. Now that I've finished my Sword Army rep on my Evoker, I'm now free to do time rifts on other characters. Take the portal into Tiergard Sound. Oh, I like Tiergard Sound. Dispel polymorph creatures. Got a lucky drop the other day. Got the Hellfire Infernal map from Nighthold. Congratulations, Deeper Gaming. That's a nice one. I chased that for a long time. I wonder if I'm going to need to do any combat here. I'm in my holy spec. What if I did Rise Keys and I got Quantum Coursers and I either roll the dice and I hope it doesn't give me the Sharkbait mount, or I just hold on to it until after Sharkbait drops for me. There's only so much time in your life to do Rise Keys, you know what I mean? But then on the other hand, it's like Rise Keys. It's like, you think it's going to take like 5 minutes and it's like, ugh. Not the way that I do it. I refuse to stack the group. I insist on like pugging it organically, and that usually makes it take way longer. You could do the time rifts on Boy to fish for the Warlock customizations. There are Warlock customizations for time rifts? I don't think I knew that. There was a run at AGDQ, the dog played the game. The run is about 30 minutes, the dog is a Shiba. He was focused the entire time, lots of ham and cheese. Aww. That's really cute. Why insist on pugging it organically if the goal is to blast through it? That's a good question that I don't have a great answer to. There's some weird, stubborn thing inside of me that doesn't want to violate the spirit of the key. Even though that's not a consistent feeling, and also, what? I can't really justify it, but it's something to that effect. Okay, one encapsulated destiny for me. I can pop that on. I can go hang out by the time rift so that when that begins, I'm ready. That'll be nice. 2 Fellhound skins drop from time rifts only. Oh. Second time I've heard about the time rift farm this week. Never knew either. Yeah, I kind of forgot clean about time rifts for a while after the next patch after that came out. But they were one of the better public events. I think they're going to be remembered with more fondness than, like, the Primalist Future, for example. I was reflecting last night. I was thinking about the different Dragonflight events, and I was thinking about, like, a future collector that is coming back to Dragonflight after it's over to get stuff out of the events. And I was trying to think of, like, which event would they be the most out of luck with? Like, which one is going to suck the worst once nobody's doing them anymore? And Primalist Future, for sure. Because you can't... I don't even know if you can do it on your own, because, like, you have to... The NPCs retake the other objectives if you're not at them. I don't think you can solo it. At least researchers, sure, you might not get very many things done, but you can still do researchers. I think the Primalist future one is just straight impossible by yourself. Got the grim campfire. Thank you. Cheers. Still need Primalist Future for the pet. It's not like it would be awful once you, like, if you can get a couple people to do it with you, but the trick is getting a couple people to do it with you. Change it in like 10 years. Maybe. I don't know. What if everybody just forgets about it forevermore? So that's not starting for like 15 minutes, and we can be a couple minutes late to that one. What else do I want to work on today? What do I want to do for like 15 minutes? I was going to check my mail just to see if I made any gold in my evoker. Kill them fast enough. Killing is all you need to do there. I thought you had to stay by the objective to cap it. And I'm pretty sure that they back cap the other ones. I just don't think you're right. I'm looking to see if I got any gold in this character. Did just enough Primalist Futures to get everything, not a second more. Yep, that's the move. It's the only place where you can get the schematic for the other craftable ring. Has a drop rate of just 1%. Oh, just watched your new video. Here you are in real time. Hello! That's true. We're live. It's 9:48. There's a kitty cat. Kitty? Yeah. Hi, how you doing? It's raining out today. I dragged myself out for a run and it was wet, 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 wet. But I didn't fall down. So not too bad. Hi, kitty. Kitty, I call you Kitty Cat a lot. I don't think she's offended that I don't call her by her name, but I almost never call her Kira. Sometimes she's Miss Kira. But most of the time she's just like, you know, pumpkin sugar muffin, honey bean. I call my cat Kitty Cat 100% of the time. Yeah, I called her Kitty Cat in the news video because I like accidentally bumped a whisker or something. And it occurred to me when I was editing it, it was like, what if people think that I don't know the name of my own cat? And then I thought, you are thinking too much, go to bed. Finish this edit, turn off your computer, and get out of here. Nothing good's gonna happen. Oh, hey, we got 157k. I made some Tepid Versa. We were talking recently about whether or not they were profitable. So I did a scan and I looked and I saw that they were. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll make 1,000 of those. You can pretty much always move Tepid Versa. I don't usually end up sitting on them for too long, so I'm not making gold like crazy rapidly, but I am slowly crawling back up. I think I'm up about 200k. We're sitting at 600k on this character. Yeah, anything good? If I'm looking at, so those are down to 5, so still profitable, but not wildly so. Primal Convergence are still good, but I wonder if they're hard to move. And then Elemental Powers, which is, oh yeah, I could do another batch of them. I wonder how many I can make if I sink all 600k into it. I used to do just like 3k. And that's not too expensive in Draconis. It's expensive in Convergent. You need to do 500. Let's just try it. And then if we can't make all of it, we'll just kind of do what we can. So let's make 500 of these. So then it's say 489 of that. The order is kind of the expensive part. Frost, flat 500. Those have fallen off to some extent. Air, 498. Mingster, 156. Thanks very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Scarlet on a watch streak stream. Watch stream. Stream watch and streak. 489 again. And then another 49 of the Earth. And then if we go to the Draconis, we're talking 3,000 each. 3k of those. And that's like dirt cheap now. Herbs are just, I don't want to call them worthless, but they're not worth what they used to be. Rye the Bark will be the most expensive one, and that's under 10 gold as well. And then 15 minus 2, 13-ish. 13,000 and like, I don't know, 50 of those. And then we'll need some vials as well. But how much gold do I have left? Oh, 350k. That's nothing. I could have made more than that. Would you say Dream Surges aren't that worth doing gear-wise? They're not. There's other ways to get better gear. Like if you had Coalescence already, or if there's like a slot that you're really struggling to fill, then yeah, you can get an easy piece with Dream Surges. But that piece isn't going to, when you're gearing up, that piece is not going to last you very long, and you can usually kind of bypass it just by doing other stuff. But I haven't, I didn't use them much when I geared up my characters, but that doesn't mean that they're bad. I think they are still pretty good considering that they're outdated. So we have 36 minutes of that. I can chuck down one of these. And then, yeah, make some stuff. Ockenbloom dirt cheap, nice as a scribe for milling. Been away from Dragonflight for about 4 to 5 months. What advice do you have to catch up? Do new content. That's all I really got. Morning from Australia. Go to the Emerald Dream. Do things. Do the campaign. Do the new season. Don't need to kill Phyrek to finish the 10-2 campaign. Nice. Dream Surge gear only better than the campaign one because you can catalyze it for free into season 2 tier. It's a good tip. Good morning. Good morning. The only trouble with this is I then need another thing to do. Drink the coffee, catch up on that. I got a time rift in like 7 minutes. And then after the time rift, Anthus's world quest, or pardon me, Anthus's mission should be about done. Good thing is, wow, there's always things to do. Minesweeper. I could not stand Minesweeper because as a kid I played all the free computer games and I just didn't understand Minesweeper. I did not understand how you were supposed to know where the mines are. And I understand that there's just some, I think there's some amount of randomness to it, but like you get clues as to like how dangerous it is. I just didn't, I knew people were good at Minesweeper and I couldn't, and to some extent still this day cannot fathom how. Something about that just does not compute. Flippany, thanks for the brand new sub. Appreciate it very, very much. It took me so long to understand Minesweeper. I still do not know it. Do you remember the first week in Najatar when the Bejeweled World Quest was stupid hard? But I really wanted to. I liked the other games that came free on Windows PCs. I played a lot of Solitaire as a kid. I played a lot of Solitaire. It's not that it's Solitaire and then also Spider Solitaire. It's not that there's really much strategy. I think Solitaire is just a nice way to keep your hands busy or your brain busy. You know, it was before they invented Hearthstone Battlegrounds, the thing to do. I did play some pinball, yeah. I did play some pinball. Super easy when you learn it. I don't super enjoy Minesweeper. There's a chance you lose in the first round. I hate that. Space Cadet pinball was amazing. Kirk and Slice, thanks for the 38-month resub. I was a pinball demon as a kid. Pinball was fun to play, but I never got very good at it, so I didn't get that level of obsessed that you get when you like really get into something. Solitaire was included in Windows to train users how to use a mouse. Oh man. I had Solitaire on my iPod Nano. Not the touchscreen one. It had like the wheel thing, but it also had Solitaire, so you would like move a card around by moving your thumb around the little wheel. And I played like thousands of games on that thing. Probably not to my personal benefit, but what do you do? Cat moving to these swivel the chair. She has incredible balance. It's really, really impressive that she can jump up and sit there. And like she's blind. She can't see. But if she's done something enough times, she doesn't need to see. She knows exactly where everything is. But the fact that the chair like spins too, like you'll see her sit on the desk and then get off the desk onto the chair and then try to figure out which way the chair is spinning because she wants to jump off the front of the chair, but like depending on where the chair is spinning, she's going to end up in a different place. And it's really interesting watching her kind of sort that out. I still don't really understand how, but she almost never hits things in these rooms. It's funny how fun it is to play Solitaire on a device, but it feels sad in real life. I played my fair share in real life too. I had cards. There were cards around the house, and that was a good way to kill time during the summer. We also we had hardwood floors that had little gaps in between the hardwood boards, and I would use those to cheat when I made card towers by wedging cards in between the hardwood boards. I still didn't manage to stack up card towers very high, but I was fully on board with this unconventional method of stabilizing them. Cats have an internal gyroscope stabilizer. I also used to like to play... I really liked Monopoly as a kid. And when I got older and I realized that Monopoly is really a game of RNG and not really a game of strategy, like, yes, there are strategic choices you can make, but the answer is usually pretty obvious. It's not like a big thinker. And it kind of lost some of its gleam for me, but when I was young, I really liked it. And nobody really liked playing Monopoly because it took a really long time and because people would get angry with each other. And also because once somebody kind of started to win and get momentum, you knew they were going to win eventually. It was just a matter of playing the game out for another hour while they slowly drained everybody else's like coffers. There was not really any like surprise turnarounds in Monopoly. So nobody liked to play it, and I didn't really understand why. So I would just play by myself. Like, I would take the Monopoly set into my bedroom, and I would usually pick 2 pieces, but sometimes 3 or 4. And I would move myself around the board, and I would play everybody's turn, and I would like root for the different pieces more or less depending on how cute I thought they were. So like, or how fun I thought they were. I liked the iron because it had a good slide. The dog was good, but the dog was so popular that I, as a Monopoly hipster, thought the dog was way too mainstream. So I was all about the iron because it was satisfying to like poke it across the board. Still play it with grandson. My favorite Monopoly piece is the thimble. The dog is Biss. Car is where it's at. Anyone have their thoughts on the duck slippers from the Blizz store? They sell duck slippers now? Yeah, let me take a look at this. Dog piece got lost. It was all about car thimble. Top hat gang. You're telling me that I'm alone in my iron worship? Gear, Blizzard gear. I don't think I used to get really excited shopping from Blizzard gear. It's kind of not worth it to me anymore now that I don't live in the States anymore because it's like way more expensive to try to get stuff, and you have to pay extra customs sometimes, and I don't know. I think I reached a point where I kind of had like enough stuff. I realized that my life was not going to be changed substantially by any additional piece of Blizzard swag, and that indeed I had a few too many of them, and it was getting kind of cluttered. Let me see. Shop by game. World of Warcraft. I do want to see them, though. They have blue light glasses. They have hats and scarves. They have shirts, desk mats, jackets and stuff. They have plushies and... Oh, there's the slippers. Oh, those are kind of cute. Although they look a little bit, They look a little bit... I mean, I don't really want to call... Well... They look a little derpy. The World of Warcraft. They're also $62. 100% polyester. Officially licensed. That is how it goes. Duck slippers, yeah. I'm sure they're like any other plush slipper. They will be cute and fuzzy and warm and delightful and will spark a lot of joy for a while, and then eventually they will get flattened down and develop holes because they're not really made of materials that are floor, you know, prepared. Especially if you wear them a lot and then one day need replacing. Rather pay that for a local artisan than a lot for something mass-produced. Yeah, I can't sniff too much at the $62 because my slippers were a lot more than that, but my slippers have also been going for like 3 years now with like everyday wear, and they're still in pretty good shape. Bought some new socks as if they had 33% bamboo. I am in my process of upgrading my pants collection or just updating it to newer ones, have found out that I'm no longer an Amazon Basics girly for when it comes to pants. I tried. They were so affordable, and I thought, well, maybe this is just me not paying for brand names. No, they're not as good. They're fine, but you can tell the material doesn't breathe. I just don't, maybe I'm just more sensitive to some materials as I get older, but those, you don't feel great in them. I like don't want to put them on. I think I might just order an extra pair of some of the nicer ones. The Roots ones were really comfy. And a backpack from Blizzard Global Insights. Cool. What's that? Someone invents a slipper material that stays fluffy and wonderful after extended time. They'll win a Nobel Prize. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably true. I love slippers, though. I love slippers. I am a slipper fiend. I will bring my slippers with me when I'm visiting a family member so that I can wear them when I'm over at other people's houses, because otherwise my feet get cold. Thank you. Alright, 10:02. So the time rift has more or less started. I think I'm going to sell off. I just needed 1,000 convergent. So I'm going to sell off the extra convergent. There's 338 of that, and then the 155 of these. And I'm just going to keep 1,000 of the tier 2s so that I can make a batch of elemental potions. But in the meantime, we've got time rifting to do. I thought I was the only person who brought my own slippers. Nice to know I'm not alone. Some places, I visited relatives in the past that would have house slippers that were for guests. They were for visitors. But I never, I don't know. I feel like slippers are a little too much of a personal item for me to want to be wearing communal slippers, or indeed tainting the communal slippers with my own feet. Not that my feet are particularly egregious in any way, but like, I don't know. I want to keep my feet in my own slippers and stuff. Cozy feet are essential. Foley was going to buy gear from the auction. I was trying to break that habit. See what item level you are when you get through the Emerald Dream campaign, and you'll get a bunch of stuff from doing that. I've heard that. Not really comfy and used slippers. Yeah, communal slippers. Like socks for me. I like used things. A lot of things I will buy secondhand, and by a lot of things I mainly mean shirts. I think I like used shirts and sweaters. Slippers, socks, not so much. Some things I'm gonna buy new. How many other people wear those cozy slippers? Honestly, probably not too many. These aren't. I don't think they would have been widely used. If it was a place I visited all the time, I would consider getting my own pair of slippers to leave there, but that was before I got old and fussy and had expensive tasting slippers. I like the they're not vegans. If you're looking for something vegan, they're super not vegan. They're like leather and shearling, but I like the LL Bean the Wicked Good slippers. Those are what I've been using. Common in Japan, wear slippers inside. I think it's pretty normal here too. I mean, I wasn't that weird for doing it in America, but it's pretty common in Canada. Anywhere where you're taking your shoes off inside, but it's not like super warm out, you want something to keep your feet warm. Oh, slippers are the best. I've heard people say that the quality has fallen off for them, and maybe that's true, but I've still been satisfied with the ones that I've bought. I haven't been disappointed by anything yet. Although they really do charge you an arm and a leg for them. Kitty Cat Max, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Must investigate. I get, one thing if you ever order from LL Bean, you get their catalogs until the end of time. I'm sure you could unsubscribe from the catalogs, but I would never do such a thing because for whatever reason, when I get one of the catalogs in the mail, I like to take it and then sit on my couch and then look through it page by page. I don't know why. I don't typically shop out of the catalogs. Sometimes if I see something, I'll remember it later when I'm like shopping online. But for the most part, I just like looking at the layouts of them. I like looking at the pictures. I like seeing what kind of marketing copy have they decided to use. What are they trying to portray with this advertising layout? You know, like what are the things that they're emphasizing about it? I don't know. It's print marketing is like not dead, but it's definitely less prevalent than it has been. So it's interesting and just kind of, I don't know. I like it. I think it's kind of cool. You know, how many fonts are on the page? Where are they? Where have they chosen to place these text blocks? What kind of colors are they choosing to use for, I don't know, maximum readability? Did the total sub counter reset? Wasn't it like 880 plus? It was at 83. So this one is, this sub counter is from Twitch directly. So if people's subs expire, that's going to bring the number down. So if anybody had an ongoing sub or like a Prime sub that ran out, even if they're not there, that's gonna drop the number a bit. It's a total sub number, not like a new sub goal. I could do it differently next time. I could do like a X amount of like new subscriptions. Are we having an English lesson? Have not looked at the catalog for so long. Sounds cozy. I mean, it's basically being advertised to on purpose recreationally. Like, it's definitely a pretty... You know, you're taking the advertisement and you're beaming it right into your eyeballs, but at least you're doing it on purpose. It feels a little bit less gross when you decided that you wanted to sit down and do it. Plus, sometimes they have pictures of dogs. Shackled Flame of the Betrayer, you betcha. Used to do that with Museum Replicas limited catalogs, checking out replica armors and swords. Catalogs and flyers are just kind of, I don't know. Growing up, they were the main source of new reading material in the house. Like, there were books in the house, but after a while you've read all the books in the house, and you've gone through your books, and you've gone through your parents' books, and you've gone through like your parents' old college textbooks, and you're like, well, there's nothing new to read. The library is like a drive away, and I'm 11, I don't have a car. So flyers and catalogs are the main thing that's coming through. So you're going to read the grocery deals, and you're going to read the Canadian Tire deals, and you're going to read the chicken catalog. Was so cool because the chicken catalog only comes annually during chicken shopping season or whatever. And it shows all these different types of chickens, and it'll be like, this chicken is a broiler, this chicken is an egg layer, this chicken is a bantam hen, this is an ornamental chicken, this chicken lays little tiny Easter eggs. And it'll have like pictures of the chickens, and also have like chicken equipment and chicken supplies. And I enjoyed reading those catalogs a lot because they had pictures of chickens in them. Did you really read most of the books in the house? Yeah, there was a big bookshelf downstairs, and I got through most of that. I just liked reading, and there wasn't a lot else to do, to be honest with you. Although I will say that reading your parents' psych textbooks from the 80s is a great way to give yourself an extremely dated idea and understanding of various psychological disorders. It's also a great way to, when you're 11, decide that you've got a bunch of them. Only found out chicken catalogs existed a few years ago. What eye level is your chicken? Oh, it's time Riptide. Saw your YouTube at the campfire toy. Thanks for letting us know. Cheers! Cheers, Beefy Daddy! I hope you're having a wonderful Beefy Daddy day. Grandmother still only orders things from catalogs. Can't get her into Amazon. Should have kept you stocked with the Goosebumps series. I don't mean to say that I was deprived or anything like that. I had many books, and I would get books as gifts. And we would go to the library. I was a regular at the library. And I would reread books too. It wasn't that I was only reading stuff like that. Plus, some of it was boring. They had some books that were too boring for me. They had books that were like collections of old stories, and some of them were good, but a lot of them were just kind of like, I'm not really a Huck Finn person. I tried. I'm not really a Tom Sawyer person. Again, I tried. I don't really care if he's gonna paint the fence. Oh boy, he wants to go fishing. I was such a goody two-shoes that I was like, why are you fishing? You should be in school. Like, it was not my type of book. So I didn't do all of them for sure, but a lot of them. Hazel, what is your Roman Empire? What is the thing I think about all the time? I mean, real estate, but that's just because I want a house and I can't afford one, and because it's ridiculous, it's unfair, and the game is stacked. But I just need one. I just gotta win once. I just need one place, and then I can be like, this is Hazel's place, and she lives here. And this is where I'm gonna keep my cookies, and this is where I'm gonna keep my doggy, and this is where I'm gonna sleep. And then this is where I'm gonna fold my towels. Oh, I got a defect retirement tool. But I don't know if that's like a funny thing that you think about. That's just, you end up there a lot. I thought you'd say bread. Not a fan of Mark Twain, was forced to read it though. Used to read dinosaur books in the farm. Now I'm an adult, no one even cares what my favorite dinosaur is. Aww. What is your favorite dinosaur? And more importantly, why is it your favorite dinosaur? What is so cool about your favorite dinosaur? Feel that house brain's intense these days. I mean, I'm doing a little better at not looking, because I know that right now that's not helpful for me. That is not what they would call a toward move. It is not moving me towards the person I want to be, because it's just, it's a bit of an obsession for me. And while it's to some extent beneficial, because I have learned a bit about the landscape of it, looking at listings obsessively is not what I need to be doing right now. Especially not when I'm looking at listings that I would never afford in a million years. Hi, Lady Tank. Lariana, thanks for the 7-month resub. It's hard to pick. Ankylosaurus is definitely cool. Session with the future rather than living in the moment. Mm-hmm. This is true. This is true. Sometimes I wonder if I succeed and I manage to buy a house or a condo or whatever it is. I manage to buy a place and move in there and live there and I get settled. Then what am I going to be obsessed with? It doesn't seem likely that I would just be content. Maybe for a while. Or maybe I would be content, but then I would get like really into like pickling things, you know? Like that sounds like the kind of thing I would do. Because like, I don't know what's after that. I really can't imagine. Like I had a dog phase, but then I got a dog and now the dog phase is over. So if the house phase works the same way, in that once I get a house, I can stop worrying about the different ones. Renovations or decorating, constant home improvement projects. Maybe, yeah. Paying for house repairs. Says the person planning trips she can't afford but wants to do anyway. Pickling is considerably more affordable than a house. You have to start your plant completionist phase. House is a blank canvas. I just wanted to like keep the rain out and be nice and quiet at nighttime. Oh. Did you know a chicken catalog is also a dinosaur catalog? Morning, Hazel. Hope you're having a good day. Good morning. Say that now. True. I really don't know what's going to be my Roman Empire if I ever get a place. I also don't know if I'm ever going to. Well, I hope so. And I mean, if you lower your standards enough, then you can. That is the one nice thing, is that even like in the absolute worst case scenario, that's not true. I could still make some dumb decisions and then end up with nothing. But like, I could go buy like a really depressing cardboard box like in the middle of the country somewhere. I could probably do that without much of a mortgage if I needed to. Is that a good idea? I don't think so. But it's nice to have like a backup plan of like, well, even if nothing else works, I could probably afford this and then I would have a place to be. Where have I gone? What is this quest? What do you want? What am I doing? Who am I? For me, it's the garden with mine. Have you had your sourdough face? Oh baby. I've been through sourdough and I've looped back around and I'm now re-entering sourdough by raising a fresh starter from scratch. She is a week and a day old today. She started to smell good and I had to remind myself not to lick the spoon because A, she's not ready, and B, you don't eat raw sourdough starter even if she is ready. That's dangerous. I'm assuming. It seems like the kind. I mean, raw flour technically is supposed to be dangerous. So sourdough phase come before or after the hollow phase? I don't. I have a harder time getting into enriched breads. And I think challah is usually like an enriched dough with like egg in it. I haven't tried making it. I have some good recipes that I want to try for it, but I like a nice. Basically what I want for my life is like a really, like a chewy sour sourdough. I want it to be like bread. Unhearthing. I'm gonna send the sword to Crinkle so that she can learn it. And then I think we're gonna check in on Anthus and see how his mission table's going. Gardening when you have a house. Unfortunately, I might end up buying a house that it doesn't have a garden. Like it might be like a balcony situation or a patio situation, because unless I want to move away from my family, which I don't think I want to do, I just don't think that I will realistically be able to afford a place that has like earth. We'll have to see. But I'm making my peace with that. I do love growing things though. I have lots of houseplants, and you can do balcony plants. I've done balcony plants. I've grown many a tomato and a hot pepper and a basil and a rosemary and some cilantro on a balcony. You can do it. You just need some sunshine. What am I doing? I am sending things to Crinkle. And even if you don't have any sunshine, I have a narrow garden. I can grow stuff inside. Effect retirement tool. There we go. Bought a small greenhouse, began growing some stuff all winter. It's possible. Yeah, exactly. Can't wait to live somewhere with a nicer kitchen because I'll be able to get back into my pierogi phase. Oh, that sounds good. Do we know what the trading post will be yet? Wowhead had a post where they had data mined some stuff, but I do not know. I don't think Blizzard's announced anything yet. I grew stuff. Can't even think of that this morning though. -16 Fahrenheit this morning. Chilly. Chilly, chilly, chilly. Any luck? 98%. Haha, nice. I was about to be a little bit cranky if I'd failed that one. So this, okay, now they both turn in. That's nice. I think maybe that guy was there the whole time. I just was confused by the exclamation points over his head. So I think it's almost Netherlight Temple time. Yeah, join them. We will close the trap around Lord Balnazar. Heck yeah. I'm ready. It's time. Are all the witch transmogs on the trading post? The witch transmogs. Which witch transmogs? Which ones? Oh, this is where the Horde get into the Netherlight Temple. I see. McTaser do, thanks for the 49-month resub. Love your streams. Thank you very, very much. Love Witch, Sky Witch, Goth Witch. Oh. I would expect to see like the Love is in the Air stuff, like the Valentine's looking stuff. I wonder if the other ones would be like spaced out to different months in the trading post. Oh yeah, here we go. We're defending Netherlight Temple. I think this is the main event. So I think that once we get done with this, we're going to be more or less there. I'm hoping. We'll see. We'll see. I'm optimistic, though. I'm excited. Saved 1,800 tendies for last one. Whoa. How many did I save? 700. Not 18. 18 is pretty good. We'll have to see. I'm going to have some tricky shopping choices to make. So they're, like, role-playing. This is the main event for Priest, getting helped by Ballius. I remember playing through this on my Priest, because that was my main in Legion. I was a Shadow Priest. I picked many a great vault right around here. I used to RP walk around the chest 3 times and then sit up and down 3 times. Not because it does anything, but because it was tradition to do that before opening the vault to try to get like a good... And by vault I just mean chest item, because it didn't used to be a vault. It used to be just like an open it and you get your thing. I have to run errands today. I don't wanna. Oh, I'm sorry, I understand. I feel that. What is this? This is the Legion Paladin Class Order Hall campaign finale. Do I have to do anything to make Ogoroth or Tornai spawn? Or do I just hang out and keep going? There's Balnazar. He's overseeing this battle. I have to work today. I don't wanna. We're talking trading post. I'm outraged about the AOTC mount. Remind me what's going on with that. I heard, I briefly saw a headline out of the corner of my eye, but I didn't really read it. Are they putting this, what are they doing? What are they putting on the trading post? Is it an AOTC mount or is it a, like an achievement meta mount? Where did the FOMO? Is it for Siege? The Siege of Orgrimmar AOTC mount. What was the Siege of Orgrimmar AOTC mount? The straight up Siege AOTC mount, as far as I know. Oh, interesting. That will make some people have some feelings, won't it? It's a wolf, the Kor'kron werewolf. I don't think I have that one, actually. I think that'll actually be new for me if I get it. No way they're actually doing that. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, you know what they say, but controversy gets the people talking. Speculation is that it might be tied to Pandemonium. What if you had to do like a tuned up, actually difficult Siege of Orgrimmar again? Like they put it back to heroic difficulty? I don't know if they show up eventually. I think they stopped. Oh, they're in the other side. I see. I see. I probably could have done this a long time ago. Don't mind me. I'm going. I'm on my way. Anthus to the rescue. He could have a cartoon, I think. Clear the side rooms. That's the trick. I was kind of hoping that eventually they would like show up. As long as there was roleplay going on, I was like, oh, it's fine. They'll get here eventually. Hi, Queen. What's up? Hey. Can we get the Chicken Mountain TCG? I know, right? That's probably the TCG mount that I don't have that I want the most is the Rooster. People still mad about the TCG mounts? I don't know what other people are mad about. I can't keep up. People are going to be mad about anything. The question is how many people and how mad, and are they willing to do anything about it? And usually the answer with WoW stuff is quite a few people, moderate amounts of mad, rarely willing to actually do anything about it. But I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't have statistics. I haven't polled the WoW community to find out how many of them would quit if they gave away this thing. But I don't know. My motivation to play the game doesn't come from my AOTC mounts, I guess. Like, if they gave away all my AOTC mounts, I think that would be fine, because it wouldn't take them away from me. It wouldn't take away the thing that I did. Same thing if they, like, let other people have the Brutosaur, you know? I don't need other people to not have it in order to enjoy mine. Don't get me wrong, it's a little bit cool, but there's always going to be something you can make. There's always going to be something. You still got the actual AOTC achievement to brag. I feel like something that is kind of may or may not be true, but feels like kind of a truth that gets overlooked a lot is that most of the time, in most cases, nobody really cares about your WoW achievements except for you. Like, we'll congratulate each other and we'll, like, you know, hype each other up for doing something, and it's fun to do things together. But the main bulk of the value of getting a prestigious achievement is looking back on it and reflecting on that time you have and feeling good about yourself for having done it. Like, it's a pretty self-contained experience. I'll occasionally see somebody with something cool and I'd be like, oh, hey, this person did this thing. That's neat, but it's not like a big thing that happens all the time. Maybe that's different for other people. But even really prestigious things are not always a guarantee that the person playing that character even did it, because people have been buying carries since the dawn of time. You see somebody on a gladiator mount or like with a rank 1 glad title, and maybe they earned it and maybe they bought it, and you have no way of really knowing. So, like, I don't know. Is this all over? Do I get to just go home now? I think I can just go home now. Can we get Pandaria challenge here? I don't think so. Thanks, Cinderelliot. The AOTC map being on the trading post is kind of boring. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they haven't... I would also prefer it to be a time walking reward, I think. Doesn't make a lot of sense to have assets that are 10 to 15 years old. Nobody has a way to earn them anymore. I think the one flip side of them doing things like this, where they take old FOMO rewards and they bring them back, is that the more that they do it, the more they kind of sap the power out of current FOMO things that they try to do. Like, if they bring back these things that were made unavailable, you never really trust that something that is new, where they say you can get this for a limited time and then it's going to be unavailable. We don't really believe them anymore to the same degree, because it's like, well, like, sure, it'll be unavailable for a while. It doesn't seem as likely that it will be unavailable indefinitely, and therefore those things lose a little bit of their motivation. I don't think they lose enough of it to make them not worth getting, especially because you don't know if or when things will come back, but certainly in some cases. I don't spend a drop of gold on the Bima anymore because I don't trust that any of that stuff is not going to make it to the trading post. With the exception of the new stuff, the new gold vendor they added there, I don't think that stuff would hit trading post, because that would be just strange. It feels like they made it for the Bima. Like the gold beetle and stuff. Portal from Dalaran to the Sanctum of Light. I would love to. That is one reason I do way less current content. I already find it hard enough to find groups, where the current groups won't care as much because it's not as much urgency to put in effort. Hazel, not gonna lie, this Twitch drop is very meh. You don't like it? I thought it was kind of a cool one. I like it better than some of them. Data mine, price, 8k tenders. I had seen that, but that's wild. That's all expensive. I don't think I would buy it for 8K tenders. I've got other stuff to spend tenders on. How many people that don't mind the mount didn't play Back and Mop? Next month, put the slime cat in the post to find out. Maybe. I'm sure some people that played Mop and already had it are in the don't mind camp. Victory celebrated. I can do that. Woohoo! Victory celebrated how? Oh, I don't want to choose the second artifact. Here we just, Here, Anthus knows how to celebrate. Imported drains. Imported rains. Thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. It reminds me of Cheryl. Looks great. Oh, why, thank you. I absolutely love the whole I speak for everyone on the stakes that people are going wild with. Don't get FOMO myself. It's life. Can't have everything. Gonna miss stuff. That's the real way. That's the real solution. I think that in WoW, you kind of have to eventually come to accept that you're not going to have everything unless you have, like, just unlimited time and money. And if you did have unlimited time and money, it's worth having a conversation with yourself about whether or not WoW is the place where you want to invest that. Whatever happened with that light demon? Is he still in the class order hall? I remember Lothraxian being... He was around in Legion for stuff. For what, I don't remember. He came with us to Argus, but I don't remember what happened to him after that. Thank you for leading us to victory. You're welcome. Hi, Lord Anthus. I think we might have done it. Yeah, sure. Give me one of these things. Okay. And then you are going to give me Lothraxian. You are going to give me Eretor. I am not... I'm going to infuse my weapon. Oh, I have to equip it. Pardon me. I knew I kept it handy for a reason. I think I might need to get into ret for this because I only got the Ashbringer. Where has this been away for a while? Legion. This is Legion. This is old content. I just never did it. Do you think getting the 6 or 12-month sub is better than doing a sub every month? If you are confident that you would not take any breaks in that time, then yes. You save some money. The sub is cheaper if you buy it in bulk, and then you also get the package benefits from it. But if you're the kind of person that likes to unsub and take breaks, then no, absolutely not. You know, if you paid for it in bulk, then you can't get that value back. We were on a break. Okay, and then unlock some extra artifact appearances. Very good. I'm not going to choose a second artifact to pursue. I think now that I've done this, my next move is to go to the Broken Shore and pick up a thing over there. I think that'll work. Oh. My partner texted me a picture of our pup sleeping. This is... I always run up the stairs, and it always brings me to the Eastern Plaguelands, because you are technically in Light's Hope Chapel, and then I always get confused. I kind of wish they stuck this portal more there. Yeah, no monetary difference between 6 and 12. That was the case when I checked too. I still did 12 because I feel like at some point there was some kind of special bundle or promo for doing 12. And I know that I'm not gonna unsub, but you know, I do this for a living. This is bizarrely enough my job, so I've got a real good excuse. Plus I don't know, I always find something to do. I'm never like out of stuff to do in WoW, but I think that taking breaks if you feel like you want to is very healthy and a great idea to help extend, you know, your enjoyment with the game, is to not force yourself to play if you don't feel like it. Armies of Legion Fall. I think I'm pretty sure that I can actually like talk to him and be like, no thank you, never mind. Because if I go to the Broken Shore, yeah, I can just turn in Champions of Legion Fall there. So let's just forget this. Let's just get on this mount and go hop over there. Budak 531 with a 41-month resub. Appreciate it very, very much. Is the Paladin class mount the last one you need for all classes? No, I still need a bunch of them. I need the Warrior mount, I need the Shaman mount, I need the Mage mount. Paladin. Warlock. I think those 5 at least. Riot Girls Gaming, thanks for the 44-month resub. The nice thing about the Paladin one is that there's 4 different colorways of it, so you can get like 4 mounts added to your mount collection total, and in terms of like total mount collection, with just one campaign. Shaman one's really cool. Angry Starfish, thank you for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. 3 more months. Budak will be worthy of a shoulda. What do you mean? What happens at 44? Good morning. Good morning. Do you remember what your first WoW character in class was? The first thing I ever messed around with in the game was a Draenei Hunter. And I played Hunters for a little while when I first got started. I had a couple different ones in Wrath of the Lich King. I think I messed up by taking that quest. I think I'm going to abandon that. Because I'm pretty sure you're allowed to skip it. Let me reload. Let me relog, actually. Talk to Khadgar to skip and complete the intro. I did talk to Khadgar, but then he started yammering and I didn't want to listen to him. Ugh. I don't wanna. Oh, fine. Alright. At least it's not too bad to get back there. You gotta. We're so close. What time is it? 10:34. Dig time for anybody that's out there digging. Oh, I got a title added to my other things. I guess Anthus could be High Lord Anthus now. I thought he was the Fabulous. I wonder if it took his title off when he earned High Lord. Because he was Anthus the Fabulous for some time. High Lord Anthus. Anthus, there we go. Speedos and the Paladin. Is that a Speedo? I feel like he's just got short shorts on. It's the leggings that get the people going. Amazing how many people are doing things in the Shadowlands? Really? Shadowlands, really? Alright, Khadgar. Yeah. I'm gonna put a marker on you. Happy with how many random Pandaren NPCs are at the digs for the Azerothian archives? That is definitely a look. I like it. Alright, skip the scenario. There we go. I was so close before. Oh, they even port you there. That's nice. Okay. And then you... That's an Antorus quest. Yeah, that's what we need. Return to your class order, help recruit a new champion. Broken Shore World quests. Those are Legion Fall things. Alright, so we're going back. I skip Shadowlands, so I go there sometimes for mounts and things. Shadowlands players are a special club. Constantly see people in Shadowlands right now. Interesting. I think that's cool. I think that's a sign that they did a good job with the collectibles at the very least. I liked it a lot. I am missing boatloads of transmog from Shadowlands, but I think I did a reasonable job at catching up on the other stuff. But trying to get all the transmog for all the covenants for all the armor types is like a project. Flash Concentration was such a good time. You liked it? I'm glad that you liked it. I was really relieved when it was over. I was really relieved when it didn't become like a big deal for Dragonflight Holy Priesting. think I'm on the wrong... I think I'm in the wrong place. Return to your class order hall and recruit a new champion. Maybe it is about this. Use High Lord's Judge. They're linking in the camp outside the chapel. Oh, so I actually do have to go outside this time. I don't know if this is necessary, but I'm going to do it just in case. A lot of people are grinding Xerath for the moats. Having a maintenance buff irks me. Yeah, I don't mind, like, you know, trying to keep good uptime on something or trying to keep something on cooldown. But when it's like a stacking buff like that, where if you drop it, you've like really messed up because you got to build your stacks back up. That's less fun for me. That stresses me out a bit more. It's my biggest complaint about BM Hunter, but BM Hunter, once you have all of your gear and your tier and everything like that, is they give you so many free barb shot stacks that it's really difficult, like to let your frenzy drop. Like it's pretty easy. I found, and plus you're being a BM Hunter, you're not trying to heal, so you're not really as busy. Oh no, your snacks. You weren't farming Stygia, it was great. Wait, no, Soul Ash. Potato, potato. Different currencies, same feeling. Is this the quest line I'm meant to be doing right now? It might be. Champions of the... I guess what I could do is I could pull up BTW. And I could pull up Legion. And we could look at Paladin. Oh, I see. So we're trying to recruit Neris Moonfang. Oh, so there's a lot more for me to do. And in the Neris Moonfang questline, yeah. Okay, so we've got a few more things to do. I gotcha. All right. Val'sharei. Let's head there. I'm gonna do it by going. I'm gonna use the Veldraken portal again. I'm gonna cheat. Never spammed it to just be at full stack, so I treated it like a nice bonus to my usual healing style. Oh, I see. I think I need to take a short break soon. It's about 20 to 11. This Forsaken aesthetic was always very Tim Burton. There's nothing wrong with it, but it sometimes feels a little bit out of place with the rest of the game. I'm going to take a very short break, and we'll be back in a minute. Alright. Let's see what we can do. I was going to get to Val'sharei. I mean, I guess I could have just, like, flight pathed my way there, but we were gonna skip with the Time Waste portal and Veldraken. Add-on is BTW quests, yeah. And it is featured in my add-on spreadsheet, which has been freshly updated. Does a drinking straw have one hull or two hulls? One. Unless it's a flute, in which case it is no longer a drinking straw. If it had two holes, it wouldn't work. We're going to Val'sharei via Veldraken, that's right. Do planted seeds save even after you've logged out for the night? Came in one day, had rewards to pick up. I've come to Oribos, and that was a mistake. This is not what I've meant to do. I think so. I think sometimes maybe it's a bit inconsistent, but I think the intent and the way it works most of the time is that even if you like leave the zone, log out, go to bed, come back days later, that your seed rewards should still be there. However, I usually try not to forget about them for too long because it does get you into trouble. Does a bottle of water have one hole or two? Again, one unless you've punctured it. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like this is some kind of like a logic experiment that I'm like failing because I just don't get it. Had a fishing net lootable after months. If there's going to be a Grim Campfire, then there should be food that can only be cooked with a Grim Campfire. It's just people. You cook people on it. That's the only thing you're allowed to cook. This is the most I could have probably gotten to Valshara a lot faster if I just like drifted off of Dalaran and like glid. That's not a word. I was thinking, is that the past tense of glide? Nope. Sure isn't. And it never will be. Stop trying to make glid happen. Oh, dear me. Ancestors that way. It's a word now. Glode, obviously. Slide, slid, glide, glid, checks out. Thank you. Appreciate it. I had a dream that I think you'd find funny. It was my 55 blood DK taking a 20 Waycrest. But it turns out it was actually my level 8 Holy Paladin healing. Sounds like you've got a powerful baby paladin. I believe the word glowed is what you're looking for. Glid is the past tense of glad. Aren't you glad we came? There's a treasure chest here, and I'm not coordinated enough to get it. Excuse me. The best way to enter a home is typically the balcony. I'm so glad. Oh dear. Poor Unfortunate Souls can now be soloed. Remind me what Poor Unfortunate Souls is? Is that a raid achievement? Darkbinder Elisoth. Sometimes I look at BTW quests and I see like a big old string of quests and I'm like, man, that's gonna take forever. But then a lot of them are just kind of like, go here, talk to this person. That's like a whole step of the quest chain. It looks longer when it's all visualized out than it actually takes to do. It's a dungeon achievement. That's what I'm gonna do right now. It's from the Legion ones. It is a song from Little Mermaid. It's true. Hi, Kazir. Thank you for the 4-month resub. Yes, wig. Poor Unfortunate Souls is my cover band. Do I do it? Oh! And then it gives you the pet lagging. I remember it. I remember the pet anyways. I evidently did this in 2017. In Mauve Souls. Interesting. Hi Hazel, how was your day? Hello Gouliet. My day's doing good. How's yours? I'm off to a good start this morning. Dracky Braggy, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. I have been watching The Last Dance, which is the Michael Jordan documentary series that Netflix has, and it's reminding me that despite my total lack of interest in sports, I do really enjoy documentaries about like notable sports people, mostly just because they're inspiring and they're interesting to watch. And I kind of want to I think my options are to watch more of them or to play basketball, and I think watching more documentaries is more realistic for me. I did see the Beckham one. Yeah, I watched the Beckham one. The only one that I really burned out of was I tried to watch the F1 series, and I couldn't stick with that because I was just really upset by how much money was being spent on cars that went vroom, and I think I just didn't understand the spirit of the event that made that important, and all I could see was that's a really expensive car that someone's going to burn into dust. Play basketball. You're tall enough to play basketball. Competitive greatness is a beautiful thing to witness. Exactly, yeah. I agree. I think it's really cool to watch people in a lot of different spheres, but athletics is like a good one. Just at the top of their game and their like mentality about performance and how they got there and how hard they worked and whatnot. It's just nice to watch people working hard. Occasionally it makes me want to work hard, and sometimes it makes me glad that I don't work that hard. And both are good feelings. I'm going in here. Haha. F1 is my favorite sport. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to I don't mean to slander it. I'm sure it has a lot of great things. I think it just maybe isn't for me. The Lindsey Vonn HBO documentary from a few years ago is one of my favorites. What's that? I mean, what's that about? Whatever you do, don't watch Cheer. Oh, I liked Cheer. I mean, obviously, they had like a ton of drama after the first season about what happened with all of the people and stuff. But that was like an interesting show. Need a sweater, but cat is all loud. I don't have a dog cam. Puppy dog is sleeping in the living room. He's real sweet. Did I do it? Portal from Delaware to the Stank from the Light. Oh yeah, time to go back. Probably just like fly there. What are dragons for if not flying? Don't watch Twitch very often. Whenever I do show up and catch your stream, it always has the best vibes. Aww. Thanks, Bear Bear. Much love to you. Hope you're doing well, staying safe. I appreciate it. I am doing my best. I am always doing my best. Even when I'm not doing very good. I feel a tiny bit better because even when I'm not doing very good, I'm at least doing my best version of that. Vaughn is an incredible competitive ski racer. Had to retire in 2019. Goes through her journey to get there. Oh. Used to like your YouTube videos, especially when you had a big cup of tea. I really did have some huge... I mean, I still have some huge mugs. I occasionally still hit the enormous teacup. I just do it in the afternoons, which is outside of my normal stream time. Doing our best is the best thing to do. Sometimes I think, wouldn't it be cool if my best was like really good? And then I think, well, your best is what it is right now. Afternoons used to be your stream times. They did. They were not nearly as good for a lot of people, though. Afternoons pretty much takes you out of consider. Afternoons West Coast time pretty much is a great way to lose all of the Europeans. And we have so many delightful Europeans. We would miss them. Best is relative. We do love our UFO. Whoa, 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 no! I was so close. That was a lot of elevation to gain. Makes me want to play retail and Lost. It's a culture shock coming from Classic. Yeah. It's also a very... I get that. It's a very segmented thing, too, in that retail is such a big thing with so many different activities that the community is very much in, like, different bubbles that may never interact. So getting back into retail could mean a lot of different things depending on what it is that you want to do. You know, you've got your key people, and you've got your rating people, and you've got your PvP people, and you've got your collecting people, and within your collecting people, you've got, like, different categories of those. You've got people that just level alts, you've got people that roleplay, you've got people that gold make, you've got people that do a little bit of any combination of the above. And it's not that you don't have that same kind of thing in Classic, but it's more pronounced in retail. I was going back to the Class Order Hall campaign, that's right. Food just arrived, might have gone a bit wild. So you said you got KFC, what else did you get? Coming from SOD, the new BFD raid I hear is similar to retail raids. Interesting. I've not heard that. I heard something different. Justice for the AFK, click everything from KFC. They brought the KFC to you. I think I'm gonna make partner and I were talking about making a strudel today. Yeah, I can't weigh in because I haven't tried BFD. I never got a character fully leveled in SOD. I started and then I quit. I burned right out. Oh, Aki Leonard, thank you very, very much. 10 gift subs. Holy smokes, I appreciate it a lot. That brings us really close to our sub goal. Holy smokes. Congrats to those who picked up gift subs. Including Librarian 21 London. People who want to do all the things, but ultimately just fly around aimlessly. And it's the Lapse Gang. It's you find a city that's got a fountain and you just kind of go around and around and around and around. Moonfang family relics. Turns in over here. Haha. I got it. Cookie. Thank God, my first Vicious mount. Thanks for the inspiration. Congrats on your Vicious mount. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Another 11 gift subs. Sub goal. On the second day. Holy smokes, guys. Whoa. Let's hit the goal then. Poggers indeed. Oh, you know what time it is. You know what time that makes it. God bless the breeze when it's absolutely freezing. We've unlocked a new cosmetic Hazel skin is what we've done. Shell blood from demons and throughout the Isles. Is it glid time? Venville Fairfax. Hang on, I won't play it because I don't want to play YouTube videos on my stream because copyright, but I want to find the link just so that you guys can watch it without me because it's so good. Then will you Vevix? You have to watch the whole thing. The short clip doesn't quite do it justice. There's the 9-minute clip. The 1:30 one is pretty good. Let's pick this up. Let's pick up a link to that. If you've never seen the Elijah Wood prank interview before, it is important. There you go. Keep yourselves busy with that for a minute. I am going to go change. Also, do I take the sub goal? I guess I can like hide the sub goal now because it has been achieved. We've done it! Officially. More hairstyles than nubs. Alright, I will go unveil it. What do you think? You wanted a lighter color. She's blonde adjacent. I also had to change because I wanted to wear it with a dark shirt, but I couldn't find my black shirt. So this is gonna work. Love it. Iconic. Cute. Alright. Sub goal achieved. Job done. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you. Where do you get your wigs? I love them. This one is from Lush Wigs UK, and it feels pretty nice. It is new, so that's one of the reasons it looks so nice, is I have not styled it. They styled it. I just put it on. You think it's a little too far forward? I don't want to trim the bangs too much, because if I ever do heat style the bangs and I put a little more curve into them, I don't want them to get too short. I've trimmed my own bangs a lot, so I don't feel like I want to get it done professionally, but the thing is, when you trim your own bangs, when you have bangs, is that if you do it a little funny, they grow back, and if you trim the bangs on a wig, they ain't growing back. I need to go get some fell blood from some demons in Legion. Hazel, you need to increase the sub goal to 1,000 for the next one now. I might do. Although, honestly, I don't think we've had 1,000 subs since, like, because I do have one more wig that is different than this one, that is also pretty cool to debut, but I don't think we've had 1,000 subs since, the support a streamer campaign. That was a big deal. That got us a lot of subs. So coordinated. Hollywood. Love the gradients of this one and the last one. So this one faves so far. Love the pink one also. I really like the one I had on before. I really like the dark one because it reminds me of when I used to have like my long, it just reminds me of hair that it reminds me of what I used to want my hair to look like that I never really managed to achieve. Bite Pop, thanks very much for the 5 gift subs. Appreciate it. It's already big. Is this heritage armor? Oh, I wish. No, this is a transmog. It's partially Zandalari greens. It's partially shop legs. The shoulders might be part of the heritage armor. It's kind of mixed and matched a bit. Looks sick. Like all the wigs, just a bit of fun. Yeah. I think it's fun too. You gotta have something to get people going. Itching to dye my hair. I think I shall try a wig. Link where you get them. See if they'll sponsor you. Maybe one day I should, not saying that, like, I'm so good that they're just waiting on my email, but one day I should open my email. Why did you link a rude man laughing at a journalist's accent? Or am I missing something? It's a prank interview. The journalist is the man who played Meriadoc in the movie. He's like one of the actors. unless this is just going right over my head. Okay, we need blood. We need fell blood from demons. I think I'm just gonna try over on the west side of Suna. Should work. It's the same way I wear my cover band. We got the same one? Aw, man. Honestly, I didn't recognize Mary's actor until I read that was him in the comments, and I was like, oh yeah, duh. But like with the straight hair, I didn't recognize him. I was looking for curls. Yeah, dragon riding can be used anywhere that regular flying can be used. So you still cannot dragon ride in places like a Silvermoon where you can't fly, but anywhere else you can. Well, I'm happy that we unlocked this one because I've been looking at it on my shelf for like a week and a half and I've been kind of wanting to wear it, but then I was like, no, you're putting up a sub goal. You have to wait. You must wait. Alright. Now we can add it to the rotation. Eventually, I'm going to need to come up with new sub goals that are not just wig reveals, because I only have one more wig, and I should discourage myself from just buying endless ones, because there's only so much room in which to store them. Ferranda's lockbox. Oh, hey, look at that. I was just thinking about other sub goal possibilities. I have a couple of ideas. I just don't want to commit to anything until I'm sure that I'm ready to like follow through on it. The last thing I want to do is make promises that I know I'm not going to keep. And I've been kind of maintenance mode with my content for a long time. I've been kind of doing the bare minimum because that's what I felt like I could stick with and like keep up with. So I'm very reticent about committing to doing any extra stuff above and beyond the bare minimum, just because I want to make sure that if I say I'm going to do it, that I'm really going to do it. And that I'm not going to just have like all of a sudden I have a bad day and it's like, oh no, I can't get out of bed again. Rip. I told them I would. It's easy for me to like have a couple good days and be like, oh wow, I'm better now. I'm doing great and I can do anything. And then I have a bad day and it's just all gone. Fashion's been false lashes sub goal. I have never in my life successfully put on falsies. I've tried twice, but not with the same stuff, or not with the right stuff, because one, I don't know what I'm doing, and secondly, I'm kind of afraid to glue things to my eyes. Yeah, I've never worn falsies before. We just slowly get me into just actual drag. We just step by step. Hazel morphs into a drag queen. Sub goal for a cooking stream. Reveal homemade WoW-themed decorated cupcakes as a goal. Hope your weekend's gone well. Thanks, Spitfire. Babs, thanks very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Magnetic lashes are fabulous to put on. Could do magnetic lashes. Okay, I feel like an idiot. I feel like an idiot, but how do magnetic lashes work if our eyes aren't metal? Don't you have to attach something to your face? Am I magnetic? Is that what my iron supplements have been doing? You have to spec into Ferris Islands, right? Magnetic glue. Okay, alright. I figured there was still an adhesive at some point in the equation. Just get metal eyes for it. You put magnetic glue on, it kind of clicks on. Interesting. Wouldn't drag be for you to be a fake beard and a suit and tie? Does drag only refer to femme styling? I am not educated enough to give you a thorough answer on that, but my understanding is that it is possible, like, you could be a cis woman and you could still dress up in feminine drag, and it is still drag, but it becomes frowned upon if you start, like, you know, doing, I don't know. It's a bit of an interesting thing. Hangry Gal, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. I would never want... first of all, I'm not a drag performer, and I would never want to take any space or spotlight or anything from an actual drag performer that's actually, like, putting in the work and dealing with stuff. People get weird about it. Drag kings is also a thing, and that is a separate thing. I think that even if I did, like, present masculine, I don't think I would personally do it with a beard. I'm just not a big facial hair person. I feel like I don't want a mustache. More about the art? Yeah. Hi, kitty cat. I think that for me, this is just me using my stream to pretend that I'm a pop star for like 2 hours in the morning before I put my sweats back on and go back to bed. Yeah, you get the magnetic beard, then you're really doing it. What if my drag king beard was just like a dwarf beard? It was like it had big braids in it. Club drag has been rough lately. Kira, will you speak to the people today? Kitty cat, do you have any words for us? Yeah, let's see if we can get the motor. Right. There's a mic over here. Yeah, there it is. Kitty's the real pop star. I thought that sound was you hitting your water bottle. Calasira, thank you very, very much for the 22-month resub. I think we thank Webley, but just in case, Webley, thanks for the 4 months. Cute little baby. I love Kitty because she loves me no matter what. She's very straightforward. She has straightforward needs, you know. She needs her food and her water, of course. She needs her brushes and her nail trimmings. She needs her vet visits once in a while. She needs her teeth brushed, but she mostly just needs a lot of love. She mostly just wants attention, and she deserves every last little bit of it. You know, she needs to make up her quota of mom time. When will Kira divulge the lotto numbers? I feel like she'd know. Having a cat sounds so nice. I love it very much. I think it's not for everybody, but it's 100% for me. Getting a cat is one of the main things in my life that I dreamed about for years and did not let me down. Like when I finally got it, it lived up to expectations. Not many things can do that. Most things, if you put them on that much of a pedestal, are not going to live up to your expectations. But having a kitty cat has been all of that and then more. Little kitty babies. Learn to love their stinky breath. I found out that it doesn't even stink so bad if their teeth are in good shape. If they have really stinky breath, that could be a sign they might need some dental cleaning or dental work done. Trying to convince my boyfriend to get a cat with me. Warming up to it. What are the downsides of the kitty cat? Litter is a never-ending chore that sometimes gets everywhere. Litter tends to get... You can have like litter trapping mats and they can help. But I've found that even with the best of care, litter still gets tracked around and I end up like doing a fair amount of vacuuming. But I had to vacuum anyways because of the dog hair. Plus it's just nice to vacuum. What else? Sometimes your things will get holes in them. Even if your kitty cat is like mine and she is very, very well behaved. I don't know where the accent's coming from. Sometimes things get holes in them. Your clothes will never last quite as long as they used to before. Early morning wake-ups, yeah. Occasionally, cats can impact your sleep just because they want to sleep on you, they want to sleep by you, they want to sleep on your neck, they want to wake up very early. Although I will say that if your cat is dragging you to bed at 4 a.m. to feed them, you gotta look into the auto feeder. I don't use one anymore for Miss Kira, but that was what originally trained her to let me sleep, was she learned that the robot fed her and the people didn't, so she let the people sleep because getting them up was not going to get her food any faster. It was, that worked. Hearing a cat retch will wake you from a deep, dead sleep in fear. Honestly, it doesn't really stress me out anymore. I go, well, I'll clean that up. I'll clean that up. You get pretty good at cleaning it up. I saw a post on Reddit of a cat sitting in a PC tower. The guy was asking how to keep the cat off of it, and all the responses were pictures of cats, not towers. Yeah. Yeah, I guess if you have a PC and you have pets, you want to keep an eye on the dust and the hair, because pets do create more dust they shed. And then you want to make sure that your PC and other stuff doesn't end up super clogged with dust. I end up with like a lot of cat hair in my keyboard, which is kind of gross. But you just kind of get over it, to be honest with you. It doesn't really, none of these things bother me. They are what they are. Faustone pendant destroyed. You betcha. My new kitten gets in my chest and yells at me to feed him at 4 a.m. Oh, man. Walk on my keyboard, flop on it, roll over for tummy ribs. The oldest video on the VOD channel is Kira as a youngster. Hazel just reminded me to brush my kitty's teeth. Kitty cat teeth, puppy dog teeth. Moosey's so cute when he gets his teeth brushed. He's just, the whole time, he's just like, nom, 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 nom. And then you just like, you get past him. He's got like big lips because he's got a big face because he's kind of a big puppy. And I have like a finger cover brush right now. That's a hand signal you don't want to make. I have a toothbrush for the dog that fits on top of a finger. That's what I was trying to say. And, but even though I have pretty big hands, his mouth is getting to that point that I kind of can't reach to his back teeth anymore. So I think I'm going to have to get him just like a regular toothbrush. I was looking into children's toothbrushes, but then I was like, his mouth is bigger than mine. Why? I'm just going to pick him up a normal one. Or at least I'll look into it and find out if that's a good idea or not. Our cats like to sleep next to her in between the legs at night. Can't move. Very uncomfortable. Yeah, I feel that. Kitty cat likes to sit right in front of me. And sometimes she wants to get under the covers, which is fine. And sometimes she wants to go sleep by my feet, which is fine. But while she's deciding what she wants to do, she will sit right in front of my face. And the trouble is I'm trying to read. So she'll get right in between me and the book. And she'll just sit there. And she can take like 10, 20 minutes to decide sometimes. And if you are really invested in finding out what happened next in your book, that is a great time for you to learn how to meditate. Because it's going to be a minute. And I don't want to move her because that's bad luck. Portal to Dalaran, you betcha. I will eventually get the hang of this portal. They make dog brushes that have bristles all the way around. I have one of those, but it's... Or, sorry, my finger cover thing is bristles on all sides. But it's not in like a long brush form, which I feel like would be useful. I should look for that. Has Moose alerted you to any children stuck in a well yet? No, but he likes to pop bubbles with his nose and his paws. When it's raining, as it is today, when it starts raining really hard, he... the gutters, not the gutters, the sidewalks, like the sides of the sidewalks, tend to fill up with water because sometimes the drains get blocked with leaves depending on whether or not they got cleared. So you end up with like these rivers of water going down the sides of the road, and sometimes they'll like sort of, you know, it'll pull up into big puddles. And for whatever reason, as the rain drops down, something about the composition of this water makes it a good consistency to hold bubbles. So a raindrop will fall down and it will force some air underneath, and then it makes a big bubble when the rain falls in these puddles. And Moosey loves it. It's really hard to get him to walk past one of like a big puddle because he just wants to stand there and watch it and wait for the bubbles. And then when there's a bubble, he wants to pop it with his nose or bite it, or occasionally he stomps on it, but then his paw's soaking wet because he put it into like a several inches deep puddle. He had a wet walk this morning. We had to scrub him down with a towel. I'm going to the Broken Shore. That's what I'm doing. Just be able to see through the cat. So the trick with the reading thing is that when I say I'm reading a book, I mean I'm reading a book via iBooks on an iPad, and what I do is I switch it into scrolling mode, and then I just scroll it so that I get on the little strip of the screen that is not behind the cat. I'll just read it on that, and I'll scroll until she goes away, and then I move it back to page turning mode. His transmog looks so good. What is that sword? What is this sword? He is using a T-Boo's Scorching Straight Sword. It's like a pretty famous transmog, right? Can you show your puppy on stream? I have in the past. Probably not today because Kitty's like right here. They get along okay, but I haven't been mixing them together while broadcasting just because I want to have all my attention to supervise them for the moment when they are together. Moosey. Kitty's lived with a dog before, and Moosey's being pretty good about the cat, but he's still a puppy and he's also enormous, so... And she's blind. So I'm using utmost caution in mixing the two of them. This is generally a kitty cat zone. This is the same problem when I encounter a butterfly. At KFC, 20 out of 10. I'm glad it worked out for you. Fellbound Spirits released. Fellbound Spirits released. Released from what? I guess I could just start killing things. Oh. Oh, maybe before they die? Extra action button? Yeah. You gotta kill them with the button. I see. I gotcha. Hazel, how are you farming your Flightstones? My priest gets Flightstones just from raid night. My alts don't get Flightstones. But most of my Flightstones have come from raid keys and then weekly. So like you know, like your Emerald Dream weekly I think might give you some. Doing your weekly Super Bloom and whatever. But I haven't done that in a while. It's pretty much just raid night and keys. Yeah, raid gives quite a few. Have you completed the Outland Dragon Racing achieves? No, I did enough Outland Dragon Racing to get all of the rewards from the vendors. So I got the toy and I got the transmog set, and then I considered myself done. I'm not like an achievements for the sake of achievement points person. I'll go for achievements if they're offering me something that I want, like a mount or a pet, or a transmog, or sometimes a toy, or a title. Not so much toys and titles, sometimes. But if it's just achievements for the sake of achievements, then they lost me. There's no time for that. There's too many mounts and pets to be getting. Yeah, especially if you can get into like a really fast raid clear. That's like a good solid chunk of Flightstones. The trouble is a lot of people that want Flightstones want to get them so they can get themselves geared up so they can get into the raid. It's kind of like a chicken and egg thing. Are you a spirit? No. Getting puppies and adult cats to be friends is an unrivaled exercise in patience. Yeah, it's mainly Moosey just learning to to chill, which is hard, and then learning to have self-control, which is hard but getting easier. He's getting better at it every day. He doesn't even thieve my napkins anymore. I'm really proud of him. You can leave a napkin on the coffee table and he won't just steal it immediately. Tabard and title. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really a tabards person. I guess eventually if I collected like the rest of the transmog in the game and I had nothing left to get but tabards, I might look to tabards, but I never, ever, ever transmog them. That is a dog accomplishment deserving a gold medal. Okay. Back to the sanctum. I have a 3-year-old German Shepherd who also wants to love the small spicy dogs in the house. My puppy is a German Shepherd mix. He's a mix of 14 different breeds according to the test that we got for him. But his top represented breed was German Shepherd at like 22, 23%, something like that. A little under a quarter. Yeah, I like Trial Style a lot. I think Trial Style is super fun. I wish they would add new rewards to it more frequently. I find that a lot of the time Trial Style comes around and there's just nothing new for me to get, so I don't bother to do it. But whenever there is new stuff, I like getting all of it. What you working on today? Hi, Meg. I'm doing Legion Paladin campaign. I think I'm really close, actually. We did... I am the High Lord. We did the Netherlight Chapel thing. The Netherlight Temple thing. I think I'm really close to getting my mounts. Take a look at it. Because Neros Moonfang, I'm pretty sure, is our special follower. Champion Neros Moonfang. Yeah, so we've recruited the champion. And now they want me to go back to Dalaran. Have you got the Blood Knight set? Since you're a Blood Elf Paladin? I don't know. I don't know if I have. What would I have had to have done for that? I think I did the Heritage Armor quest line on this Blood Elf. So maybe? Careful! Next step above High Lord. Apparently Lich King. Where do they want me to go? They want me to go back? Man. Alright. Yeah, I'm doing Class Order campaign. I'm trying to catch up on them. I never did them all in Legion. Because I always figured that the mounts that you get from doing this wouldn't be any good to me if I didn't play those classes, because they weren't going to count for a mount collection meta achievement, because mount collecting metas count the mounts that you can currently ride. So it wasn't really going to help me much for that. But then I got to a point where I kind of have all the mount collection metas, and now I'm collecting mounts for just like general completion and like Data for Azeroth completion score, and you know, having these holes in the graph filled in, I think is going to make me feel better. Questionable path for emotional regulation, but whatever. It's going to make me feel better. Champions of Legion. Champions of Legion. And now, I think they're going to send me back. No. Maybe over here, actually? Yeah, this is new. Now we go back. You can also get a 6 Silvermoon Spearbog. Oh. It would count towards the meta achievement if you were logged into the character that had them, but like getting all of the different class order hall mounts would give you at most 4 if you were logged into a character that had 4, right? Unless I'm misunderstanding something. What do you say about them making dragon riding usable everywhere? Doesn't it make mount collection kind of boring because you won't use the mounts? I guess I have a lot of faith that they're gonna make more and more mounts dragon rideable. And then also, sometimes I still want to use regular old-fashioned flying for getting somewhere more specific, or for gathering herbs, or for like landing on a narrow point, or for idling in the sky, or for just like auto-flying myself in a direction when I want to grab a cup of tea but not use a flight path. I think there's still applications for them. It doesn't bother me that much. Plus, I'm excited to see what these different mounts that are just flying mounts now are going to look like if they eventually get dynamic flying. I hope they do it to all kinds of mounts. I want to see not just like dragon style mounts, but like I want to see the new beetle. I want to see the new Goldsync beetle dragon ride. I think that would be really cool. For some reason, it counts towards the meta regardless, I'm pretty sure. Weird. Interesting. That is weird. I didn't know that. That's news to me. That's cool. Yeah, Pallies get 4. Warlocks, I think, get 3. Rogues got at least 3. Death Knights get a few colors worth of them, too. Priests just get 1 because there's, like, color changes based on what spec they're in, but it's the same amount. Obtain a Stonehide leather barding. Fine. This better be it. Sounds like it's gonna be it. Kind of goofy that some classes had different colors, some classes had the color change based on a spec. Yeah, it feels like they didn't, like, confer with each other to figure out how it should work. How much is this worth now? Speaking of, 50 gold, that's fine. There's, like, a Legion leatherworking moose mount that I don't have. It's, like, a really random gap in my mount collection. I have, like, 800 and some mounts, and I don't have the Stonehide Elderhorn. Stonehide? Oh no, I do have a Stonehide Elderhorn. I don't have the leatherworking version of that, the white moose. How could I be missing a moose? Why? Warriors get 1, but at least we get free points around the Broken Hells. Can't complain. The Great Northern Elderhorn. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, I'm missing that one. Apparently 7.5% of people have it. And I'm not one of them. It's a disgrace. I think it would be not terribly difficult for me to get. Look into it sometime. Man, do I ever understand why you're doing like 1 shuffle per day. Just managed 4 out of 6, but woo! Yeah, you gotta be in the right mood if you're gonna like grind them back to back to back to back. My 1 per day is not getting me there very quickly, but I like to think that I'm not doing the whole grind. I'm just scraping off little bits of it so that when the deadline finally comes in and I hear that they are making, like, that the season's ending, that I don't have as far to go in my crazy last minute final end of season rush. Okay, and then we're going back. Consistency is what's key. Leatherworking one's surprisingly involved, huh? Do I need to leatherwork it myself? Or can I engage a leatherworker to create it for me? I don't even know if I have a leatherworker. The Moose Mountain has a storyline. Oh. It's BOP? I was looking at that emote that you put in chat and I'm like, is that a salt shaker? Are we salty about the moose mount? Is that what we're trying to say? And then I moused over it. I'm like, oh, I see. Long quest line, you need a leatherworker. Leatherwork yourself. Okay. Well, that'll be a fun project sometime then. I'll have to like pick a leatherworker and then do some stuff. I wonder if the Suramarian Sapphire is a thing that I have to actually go get, it looks like. The Lifestone ore I should be able to just buy. Speaking of shuffle, I should do my shuffle for the day. I just feel like I'm really close to finishing this mount. I'm hoping there's no more time gating. I think we're basically there. I think I'm getting the pieces to put it together. There's the ore. Let's go get the sapphire. Forget that emote exists a lot. First I find out you don't care for working and now you don't care for leatherworkers. My favorite thing to be, my favorite professions to have back when I used to play a hunter and play solo was skinning and leatherworking because it's fun to kind of solo level those things. And it's kind of nice to be able to provide your own gear and armor kits and stuff like that. But in modern times, I don't really mess with any armor crafting professions because they made them exhausting. They just kind of wipe me out. I would rather just be an alchemist. I've never found a good reason to not just be an alchemist. Kind of just not worth it. Especially when it's so much gold and it's so much work to get an armor crafting profession leveled up. There's no guarantee, don't mind me, there's no guarantee that you're ever going to... Oh, for heaven's sake. No. Oh man, okay. Bad news. 2 pieces of bad news. Bad news number 1, I'm stuck. Bad news number 2, you need to do enough Suramar to get the stealthy button before you can interact with this NPC. Let me look up this quest to see if they added another way to do it. Cause rip. A few things first. Sometimes there's like a workaround. Comments. You need to have Masquerade. See prerequisites and comments in the quest entry. And be able to carry 500 ancient mana. You need to pass this quest chain to complete this. So you go to Khadgar, you get magic message. Yeah, you gotta unlock 10 to 15 minutes to unlock mask. Oh my goodness. Oh no, there's another quest line. Oh. Oh. Man. Yeah, someone else in this Wowhead comment chain is like, I can't believe this is the last bit of the entire Mount quest line. And I am asked to grind Suramar stuff that I've never ever touched on my fresh 110. So it's like a half an hour of worth of questing, maybe. But I will have to do that at some point. And I don't want to do it right now. Not least of all because I'm stuck in a shelf. This is part of I'm trying to get the Paladin class order hall mounts. And we're so close. And apparently they make you do a bunch of Suramar stuff for it. Yeah, no, I'm also super giga stuck. So he's just gonna hearth out of here. That's my big solution. Elf on a shelf. That is an elf on the shelf. So maybe a little bit of shuffle. Run through the Suramar quest line. You unlock their mount too. I bet you I have that mount already though. I have done Suramar before, just not on a Paladin. Big elf, small shelf. Alright, he's just gonna have a drink and he's gonna shake that one off. Look at all this mail what I have. Oh, I've been sending myself mail, I guess. Alright. Are you sure? You may have already done some Suramar on that alt. Based on the Wowhead comments, it doesn't look like there's a workaround. Blood Knight sets where you're exalted with Silvermoon. Do it in Paladin, you get a unique dark red. Because I've done the Paladin Heritage Armor. Or pardon me, I've done the Blood Elf Heritage Armor, so I may have gotten it. I guess I could just check the... Well, I'm not in Blood Elf anymore. I might have done it. But maybe there's an extra quest line. It's not linked to Heritage? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Is there anything else I wanted to fix before I do this? No? Yeah. Alright, once more into the fire. How are we doing vault-wise? We need another 2k-ish, another 1500-ish honor to get third vault option for the week. Loving the color of your hair combined with a pink jacket. Kind of obsessed. Bye. Thank you. We just unlocked this new cosmetic Hazel skin. We just debuted the new wig today. We hit our sub goal. Huge thanks to Aki Leonard. Gave 21 gift subs to get us there. Okie dokie. We have Mage. We have Orc Fire Mage. We have Elemental Shaman. An Arms Warrior, a Fury Warrior, and I'll reload to see if that helps Gladius feel any better. But I think I just need to switch to Gladius EX. I think regular Gladius is having a bit of a bad week. Spammed RBGs for honor. Yeah. I'm just allergic to RBGs. I don't... This is like way slower, but I don't know. I guess I could do the same thing in RBGs that I do in Shuffle, where I just completely like tab out of chat so that it's not a thing. But every RPG I ever done had somebody that was in charge, ostensibly, that was just like, I don't know, raging about like the most, like the silliest things. It's a YOLO RPG. Bring the YOLO back to the YOLO RPG. Yeah. And I'm sure people are also toxic in Solar Shuffle. I just never see it. Alright. That's a Holy Paladin. And there's 2 warriors. Oh, I see. Oh, nice sheep.
Bam!
Avatar.
I'm gonna try and
Avenging Wrath.
that's my mage.
Bam!
Searing Glare.
Nice hex. I'm trying to just call them low
Repentance.
during the bubble.
Bam! Bam!
Avatar.
I think I need to, on this character specifically, unbind a bunch of UI elements that I always accidentally pull up.
Avatar.
There we go.
Bam!
My paladin is Anthus. A-N-T-H-U-S. Average attempt for the Pterodax egg. Well, that's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head. I think it took me a couple hundred tries. But that's just one example. Okay, and now my Gladius has worked a little better.
Searing Glare. Polly.
Bam!
Avatar. Avenging Wrath. Polly. Combustion.
Oh, my bad. So the trick is to
Polly.
find the right moment to trinket. That is combust,
Bam!
so we want to, like, you know, respect that. They don't have... Oh, I get to kick. I meant to juke that.
Repentance. Polly.
Warriors put up swords.
Avatar. Polly. Searing Glare. Polly. Polly. Searing Glare. Searing Glare. Polly.
Bam!
Polly. Polly. Polly.
Bam!
Polly.
Bam!
Searing Glare. Polly. Denounce. Denounce. Polly. Avatar.
Bam!
Combustion. Avenging Wrath.
Bam!
Avatar.
Bam!
Polly.
This one's been really close, but that's gonna
Bam!
be, yeah, tough. Thought they were saying bam. Yeah, it's a weak aura that I have. It's reminding me to reapply my life bloom when it falls off of myself. Off topic, it's 6,789 attempts at the Infinite Time River. Oh. Alright, I got a good feeling about this one. I feel like Holy Priest is a good class to start to learn how to heal, but I think that's just my bias being a Holy Priest main, that I think it's like nice and easy and straightforward and beautiful and sparkling and everything makes sense.
Polly.
I don't know if that's actually like the case. I'm just gonna...
Combustion.
I want to open there.
Bam!
Avatar. Avenging Wrath. Searing Glare.
Bam!
Polly. Avatar. Searing Glare. Polly. Polly.
Bam!
Polly. Polly. Avatar. Polly.
Oh. Don't get hodged out of form. Oh, we're gonna be okay.
Polly. 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 Avatar.
Nice.
Polly.
Bam!
Combustion. Searing Glare. Polly. Polly. Avatar.
Bam!
Denounce.
I always forget the paladins have a melee
Avenging
kick.
Wrath. Polly. Polly.
Oh, that was a terrible trinket.
Denounce. Polly.
Bam!
Searing Glare.
Oh, it was so close. Yeah, druids are strong right now.
Bam!
Started watching the stream, fell asleep, wake up, new hair, love it. Well, his options feel like I need to press them all. What presses too many cooldowns? I recently saw WoW had highlighted a website called, and this is more for PvE, but they have highlighted a website called Lorgs.io that analyzes logs and shows where the top 50 players for a given spec on a given fight are using their cooldowns to kind of help take the mystery out of cooldown planning. You can see, like, maybe I'm a Holy Priest and I'm on Tindral. Where do the other priests use their salvo? Where are they using their PI? Where are they using their hymn? You know, like, to get, like, the maximum number of uses.
Bam!
Avatar. Avenging Wrath.
Bam!
Avatar. Denounce. Ascendance. Hex. Avatar.
There we go. Got one. Websites analyzing that data, incredible to me. What a time to be a gamer. It just takes all the hard work out of it, which is really nice. Lorgs. Let me see if I can find it. I bookmarked it. All bookmarks. Lorgs index. 2 R's. Lorgs.io. That's the one. Yeah, so you shapeshift before the hex lands to prevent the hex. Once you're hexed, you cannot shapeshift out of it. It's the same thing with a polymorph or repentance. You just gotta be paying attention. Okay, so I have 2 warriors.
Bam!
That was a silly way to come out of stealth. Didn't accomplish very much.
Searing Glare. Avenging Wrath.
Bam!
Combustion.
I won't lie to you, I've like completely lost my DPS.
Poly.
Don't know where they are. Oh, I am gonna get some.
Hex. Poly. Denounce. Denounce. Searing Glare. Poly. Repentance.
Bam!
Block. Good.
Denounce.
I always confuse repentance with denounce because they're
Bam!
words that have the same combination of letters in them, I
Hex.
guess. I don't know.
Denounce.
But then I like shift to denounce even though that's not what it does. I don't even know what denounce does. Damage? Question mark?
Poly. Denounce. Poly. Poly. Searing Glare.
This round's gonna be kind of
Poly. Combustion.
or it's gonna be
Bam.
over.
Poly.
One of the two.
Denounce.
Yep, that'll do it. I want to try solo shuffle, but I hate PvP. That might get in your way a little bit. Searches are all saying you can shapeshift out of a poly, even if you don't immune it by being informed for the cast landing. Oh. You should give it a try. I should give it a try. That would be a pretty substantial change, though. Long time viewer, first time chatter, much love. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Avenging Wrath. Avatar.
Bam!
Ix. Ix.
Bam!
Searing Glare. Ix. Ix. Avatar. Repentance. Ascendance.
Bam!
Hey, we did it. What do we do? 3-0? That'll work. I really hate Legoland. Yeah, sometimes somebody ends up getting picked on a bit in Shuffle. Just got the Zulian Panther? Congrats, Monster Mama Bear, that's fantastic! Lucky, lucky, lucky. Do you get it from the, dungeon, or did you get it from a Quantum course? It's 11:52. I shouldn't go back in. I want to go back in. How is Anthus in his Paladin Order Hall era? Honestly, terrible. He has to do the Suramar intro. He has to do a bunch of Suramar. He needs a bunch of ancient mana. He needs to raise his ancient mana carry cap. He needs to get the Masquerade spell, all because he has to buy some kind of a sparkly gem from some elf in Suramar that doesn't know him yet. He's Anthus. They should know him. I thought, like, if it had been a character I'd played during Legion, I probably would have had it done already, but because he's new, he has a bunch of catch up to do, and they, like, sprung it on me. Also, I got stuck on a shelf. What do we get? Stuff? A little bonus conquest? I'm sitting on 844. I don't know what I'm saving up for next. I've just been filling in pieces. I think I'm going to fill in all the armor pieces and then go for rings and trinkets. Just to get the transmog, I suppose. Need a good YouTube guide for the Paladin Order Hall. You just need BTW quests. He was an elf on a shelf. He was an involuntary elf on a shelf. He didn't want to be on that shelf, but that shelf wasn't about to let him go. Is BTW any good? If you're trying to figure out what's next or how much of a quest line left you have, it is the only thing to do. It's very good. I did all of Suramar because I wanted the Order Hall armor set for Paladin. Rep grind. Never. Yeah, so if you were in BTW quests, you would need to get the Legion version too. And then you would just go pull the whole screen up. You would go to your class hall. And then you would see where you're at for the campaign. It would show you. I did it on Druid, so that's done. You could see where you are for the mount. You could see I've done this step but not this step, or you could just see how many steps you have left. Do you remember the Suramar achievement that did not age well? No. World Quest bonus thing up this week. Might be worth doing a bunch of Suramar World Quests. I don't think that I need reps specifically for the thing that I'm trying to do anyway. I feel like Stuck on a Shelf felt like all the things that happened that was the worst. It kind of added a little insult to injury. It rubbed it in a little bit.
Metamorphosis. Ascendance.
Bam!
Done.
They've got an armor. They're gonna be just fine.
Bam!
Metamorphosis. Ascendance.
Bam!
That's interesting. The frame works even when you can't see it. The X achievement for the knife born unlock. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but Alright, I guess one. I'd love to scrape 1800, but I think it's a bit too early for me to be doing that yet. I think I just need some more practice. We're playing a little better than we were at the start of the season, at least. I think the weak cores help. I was being pretty lazy about my life bloom before that point.
Metamorphosis.
Bam!
Fear.
Oh, my battery's low.
Metamorphosis.
It's usually a good sign that I should be looking into
Shadow
wrapping up the
Hunt.
stream. My
Fear.
earphones last for almost exactly 3 hours.
Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt.
I think my hunter might be cooked. I think my hunter might be doying.
Bam!
This is about to be a moiter. Maybe not. Never think like that.
Metamorphosis. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt.
Nice to see Gladius is playing ball today. It mostly just freaks out in the starting room or on the first round of like a 6-round shuffle. I just can't be bothered to switch it for Gladius EX. I can't remember if I've customized anything that I like. I feel like I'm just using out-of-the-box Gladius, but I know that as soon as I install a different version, I'll be like, oh yeah, I did change that thing and that thing and that thing, and ugh. Watch new news videos, switched apps to get the campfire. There you were again. Yeah, welcome. Sometimes it works out like that. Important reps in Dragonflight to focus first. Emerald Dream, I guess, if you're just trying to gear, but the reps are largely for cosmetics in Dragonflight. It's basically whatever you want. Here. I want to get some more hots into my friends. Oh, it's over. Oh man, someone left. Someone left. No sportsmanship. Bring back tea mugs, metal straws to your stream. I mean, I start the stream with a cup of coffee and a metal straw if you missed the metal straw. I just drank my coffee already. I drink tea on stream when I'm having a really productive day because that means that I got up early enough that I already drank my coffee and that I've switched to tea by the time that we get here. Last time it was Mistweavers. Oh, any classes that you find it frustrating to play against? Good people? Good people, better players than me, which is a lot of them. Holy priests are kind of annoying just because they keep becoming angels and then I can't do anything about them for a while. And yeah, I don't know if they're strong though. Honestly, I'm playing one of the most OP healer specs of the season. It just worked out that way, so I cannot complain. All right, well, we got 3,000 honor. We got 875 conquest. I bet I can buy something. I'm just trying to get my I'm trying to finish up my gear set. I'm not fully geared yet. I have a number of honor pieces that I'm still wearing. I think I might buy some bracers or maybe a neck piece. Let's buy some bracers. Let's buy a nice pair of bracers. Why not? After all, why shouldn't I? Oh, well, that's the honor. That's the honor. That's the honor banner. I shouldn't because it's not the one that I want. Wood and gladiators. Leather wrist straps. Haste versa? Yeah. Oh, they're only 500 conquest. That's not so bad. Slap those on. Maybe get them like a nice speed enchant. Get me up to 484 PvP item level. That was a Lord of the Rings reference. I've been very Lord of the Rings brain because I rewatched the films recently. And then, of course, it just came back up because I just watched that Venvli Revig thing. Oh, Hazel. Anyway, to have BTW on your screen while you're questing. While you're questing? If there is, I'm not familiar with it. Shadow Priest stand. Not great in SMG though. I just kind of pull it up to check it every now and then. You can make a macro that will pull up the menu for you though. I wanted to get a homebound speed for that. I should also look into wrapping up the stream for the day. I can't believe that 3 hours went by so quickly. I think I have to do some Cerebar tomorrow. Oh. It'll be fun. It'll be fine. We're looking for a... Is that it? Bracers? No. Devotion. Yeah. Oh, it's only 90 gold. It's not so bad. Yeah, I think tomorrow... Anthus needs his mount. He's worked hard for it. We gotta do whatever it takes to get him there. Believe. Cerebar! Maybe I will enjoy it. I just need to take it as though it's brand new. Find the silver lining. Find the silver and lavender purple lining. Scream of rage. Dragonflight vendors sell pets for charms. Yes, there's one in the Zerlek Caverns that will sell you... Actually, any of the pet tamers I think in Zerlek Caverns will sell you Milo for pet charms. I don't think this lady does. Does she have any pets? No. But the Zerlek Caverns pet tamers I think do. Rather fond of the Cerebar quests. Spoiler, Hazel will not enjoy it. Well, now I want to enjoy it just to spite you. That's a pickle. Have a great weekend, all. Have a wonderful weekend. I finished for today. Be back tomorrow. I shall be back tomorrow. I shall return at the same time. I stream 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday, from 9 a.m. Pacific to roughly nowish, noonish Pacific. In between, I post stream VODs to YouTube, and then I occasionally make a YouTube video. There is a fresh YouTube news video out on my YouTube channel, so if you haven't seen it and you wanted to catch up on the WoW news of the week and what I've been up to and questions I've answered, that is there. And then in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.